Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Drafts Baseball's live commentary of Major League Baseball. The commentary and views are our opinions and are not affiliated with the MLB, the MLBPA, the American League, National League, or their sponsors. We're giving English reports on the game being played and hope that English-speaking fans around the globe can enjoy the games on YouTube and Twitch along with us. Tonight from Oracle Park in San Francisco, we're bringing you Game 2 of the series between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. Yesterday, the Dodgers took a 8-2 beatdown to the Giants. And today, after a flurry of trades, we've got a lot to talk about in this one here, the trades that went down and the trades that didn't go down, and how they're going to affect these two teams moving forward. But first of all, we're going to give you the lineups, first of all, from the visitors from Los Angeles. Leading off and playing in right field wearing number 50 is Mookie Betts. Batting second and playing shortstop wearing number 6 is Trey Turner. Hitting third and playing first base wearing number 5 is Freddie Freeman. And the cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting is number 16, Will Smith. At third base and batting fifth wearing number 17 is Hanser Alberto. Batting sixth in left field wearing number 25 is Trace Thompson. Batting seventh and playing second base wearing number 9 is Gavin Lux. Batting eighth and doing the catching wearing number 15 is Austin Barnes. And batting ninth in center field wearing number 35 is Cody Bellinger. And they are going to be facing the left-hander for the Giants in Alex Wood. Wood is 7-8 on the season. He's worked 102 thirds innings. He's allowed 97 hits, 50 runs, 46 of which have been earned, 25 walks, and 99 strikeouts. And he's got an ERA of 4.11. So that's the starting lineup for the Dodgers to face Wood. Now for the home team for San Francisco. Leading off in center field wearing number 13 is Austin Slater. Batting second and playing first base wearing number 9 is Brandon Belt. Batting third and doing the designated hitting wearing number 6 is Yermin Mercedes. And the cleanup spot and playing second base is number 41, Wilmer Flores. Batting fifth in right field wearing number 51 is Luis Gonzalez. Batting sixth at third base wearing number 70 is David Villar. Batting seventh and doing the catching is number 21, Joey Bart. Batting eighth in left field wearing number 31 is Lamont Wade Jr. And batting ninth, the shortstop wearing number 49, it's Dixon Machado. And they're going to be facing Tyler Anderson, who is an all-star and having a renaissance year with the Dodgers. He brings an 11-1 record to the table. He's worked 110 and a third innings. He's allowed 90 hits, 34 runs, 32 of which have been earned. He has walked 19 and he has struck out 91. And he's pitched to an ERA of 2.61. Well, those are our starting lineups for tonight's game. The first pitch will be in about 3 minutes' time. We'll be back in just a couple minutes to give you all the reports as this one here, and we'll talk about the trades that went down today for both the Dodgers and, of course, for the Giants when we return. Hang tight, everybody. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the game, as he's a friend of our channel and friend of ours.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have Francs. We have Pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. Hang tight, everybody. We got a few more things to look at. before we get this one underway in a couple of minutes. It is the Giants and the Dodgers from Oracle Park. 6:45 Pacific is first pitch. Welcome back, everybody. The Giants are taking to the field, and we're ready to get this one almost underway here in just a couple moments. It is a big day today across Major League Baseball as there were a pile of trades that went down, and some notable ones that didn't happen. The Los Angeles Dodgers made a couple of moves today. The first one is they traded their starter, Mitch White, to the Toronto Blue Jays, along with Alex DeJesus, in return for two minor leaguers, right-handed pitcher Nick Frazo and Moises Brito, a lefty, will come back in return. On top of that, they also acquired the left fielder from the New York Yankees, Joey Gallo, in return for right-handed pitcher Clayton Beeter. So keep your eye on that one, as it is something that we should be noting to see how that's going to work for both the Dodgers and the New York Yankees. The Dodgers selected the contract of Miguel Vargas today from Oklahoma City and promoted him, as they had placed Justin Turner on the 10-day injured list retroactive to July 30th with an abdominal strain. They've also sent Chris Taylor on rehab assignment to Oklahoma City. And also, as well, the Dodgers have traded third baseman Jake Lamb to the Seattle Mariners for the always popular player to be named later, which will happen at a later date. And so those were the moves that were made today by the Dodgers. We'll get to the San Francisco moves a little bit later and the ones that they didn't make. But we will talk about or touch on the ones they didn't make today. It is an interesting day for them, as both Carlos Rodon and Jock Peterson are still with the Giants. I thought both of those players may be on their way out. But there were transactions today made by the Giants, and we'll get to some of that in just a few minutes. In fact, there's been a lot of them today. So we'll get you those after this when they come to bat. So here we are as we're ready to get this one underway. Our friend Mick is here again, and we welcome him. He's posted up his lines tonight of who he's made his picks for. Appreciate you being in the house, and we're ready to get this one underway. And here's the first pitch from Alex Wood. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Mookie Betts. Betts batting .265 on the season with 23 homers and 52 runs batted in. Betts in last night's ball game had himself a hit in 5 trips to the plate. And here's the offering from Wood. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into shallow left field. Camping out underneath it is the left fielder, Lamont Wade Jr. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to do it for Betts. 1 up and 1 away here in the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Trey Turner. For Turner, he's batting .309. He's got 17 homers and 75 runs batted in. Looking at his numbers, if he continues on the pace, he's got a chance for a 30-30 season. The Dodgers have got value here. They let Corey Seager go, and they haven't had to pay Turner anywhere near what Seager had. And there's a fastball that swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. Turner is a treat to watch if you haven't seen him play live. He's got the wheels. Nationals had him playing center field for a bit when he was with them there. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into foul territory, and it's going to just drift into the seats as Joey Bart watches it sail about 3-4 seats deep, and then it kicks up further into the stands, and that's going to run the count to 0-2 to Turner. We're talking about some of those moves and some of the non-moves, but the Dodgers, interesting to see how they're going to use Joey Gallo. New York Yankees, I'm not sure if the Yankees got better or got worse with moving Gallo out of their lineup. And here comes the offering from Wood. It is a fastball swung on and missed. Turner is gone for the second out of the inning, so 2 up and 2 away. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. The umpires for tonight's game behind the plate, it's Mark Ripperger. The first base umpire is Corey Blazer. Dan Bellino is working second, and Phil Cousy is in the rocking chair over there at third base. Is your crew the same crew as last night? They just rotate around clockwise one spot. So Freeman steps up to the plate, and here's the first offering from Wood. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Freeman's batting .328 on the season with 15 homers and 68 runs batted in. He waggles the bat and waits on the offering from the lefty Wood. And Wood rocks into the motion, and there's a fastball swung on. It is grounded past the shift where the third baseman would be into left field. And that is going to be a single for Freddie Freeman. He's aboard with a 2-out knock, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Will Smith. Did a pretty good job of staying inside the baseball, did Freeman, and taking it the other way. So Smith comes up to the plate. He is batting .263. He's got 15 homers and 55 runs batted in. Smith had the start behind the plate last night. He was 2 for 5. He had a couple of doubles. As Wood asks him for a new baseball before he starts his work against Smith. He leans in and gets the sign from the catcher, Joey Bart, and now he comes set. And he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses down for ball one, and the count is 1-0 to Smith. Defensively tonight for the Giants, from left field to right field, Aunt Wade Jr. is in left. The center fielder is Austin Slater. It is Luis Gonzalez in right. Around the horn, it'll be Brendan Belt at first. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. The second baseman is Wilmer Flores. At short, it's Dixon Machado, and David Villar is holding down the hot corner. The battery, of course, is Joey Bart and Alex Wood. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Smith. Wood comes set. He checks the runner Freeman, and he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that just misses upstairs, and the count runs to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Smith. Smith, the University of Louisville product. There's been a run of players out of the University of Louisville into the big leagues in the last number of years. He is just one of those ones. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-2. Smith was originally first-round draft pick of the Dodgers back in the 2016 draft. As we said, he went to the University of Louisville in Kentucky. There's a fastball that's taken for a called third strike. Stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by, and Smith is gone for out number 3. And that is going to do it here for the Dodgers in their half of the first inning. Well, the Dodgers had no runs. They did have a hit. There were no errors, and there was a runner left aboard. Through a half inning, it is the Dodgers nothing. The Giants coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the first inning. After this, we're glad you guys could check us out, whether you listen live or on delay. It is always a pleasure to have you. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the game for all your entertainment needs.
Hello, guys. Steve Rademacher coming at you. I'm having my 500 subscriber giveaway if we get there by the end of this year. That's my name and my channel, Steve Rademacher. All you have to do is be publicly subscribed, and then you can enter to win once we hit the magic number, either an unopened, still sealed box of Star Trek official trading cards, Next Generation and Original Series. If that's not your cup of tea, we have Fleer Adrenaline with a Deer Dick rookie card. I have pulled out an autograph from one of these, and there are relics. If that's not your thing, how about an unopened box of 1987 Donruss Baseball? Just come watch me, subscribe, and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. We are going to the bottom of the first inning. We'll be back in just a couple moments with that call after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the order coming up for the Giants. That means Austin Slater, Brandon Belt, and Yermin Mercedes to face the left-hander Tyler Anderson, who kicks and delivers, and it is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. For Slater, he's batting .283. He's got 5 homers to go with 24 runs batted in. Left-hander against the right-hander. Anderson ready to go back to work. He kicks, and he delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is lifted into straightaway center field. Drifting over to his left is Cody Bellinger. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire Slater for the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up Brandon Belt. For Belt on the season, he's hitting .233. He's got 8 homers and 21 runs batted in. He didn't play in last night's game as he got the night off. They were showing a graphic yesterday that the Giants lead all of Major League Baseball in bunt base hits with 21. If memory serves me correctly, Brandon Belt has nearly half of those. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. He has never shied away from dropping a bunt down the third baseline to beat the shift. He's done that a little bit this year and has helped his cause. So no ball and 1 strike here to Belt. Anderson rocks into the motion. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is top foul right at home plate. It's going to run the count now to 0-2. We talked about the Dodger transactions in the first inning. The Giants made a number of transactions today, too. The first one is the Chicago Cubs claimed right-handed pitcher Kervin Castro off of waivers from the Giants. And the Giants traded right-handed pitcher Trevor Rosenthal to the Brewers for outfielder Tristan Peters. It's one of some minor moves that were made by the Giants today. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count goes to 1-2. The Tampa Bay Rays traded shortstop Ford Proctor to the Giants in return for right-handed pitcher Jeremy Walker. On top of that, the Giants recalled left-hander Alex Young from Sacramento. And here's the offering now from the lefty Anderson. It's a breaking ball that swung on and missed. Belt has gone on strikes for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up Yermin Mercedes. Giants also traded first baseman Darren Ruff, who was in last night's ballgame, to the Mets. And they ended up getting 4 players in return. They got J.D. Davis. He's kind of a man without a position right now in New York, or was a man. They got a lefty Thomas Zepecki, right-handed pitcher Carson Seymour, and left-handed pitcher Nick Zwack. There's a first pitch fastball that misses outside to Mercedes, and the count is 1-0. Mercedes is hitting .271. He's got a homer and 8 RBIs. The White Sox then claimed Tobias Myers off of waivers from the Giants. There is a fastball swung on. It is lifted down the right field line. Moving over is Freeman, and he's going to have room. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire Mercedes for the third out of the inning. Had to wait on that one as the wind was able to bring it back, and that is going to do it here for the Giants. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Giants go quietly in their first. We're now through 1 complete. It's the Dodgers nothing and the Giants nothing. Stick around. We'll be back in just a couple moments. The call at the top of the second inning. We're glad you guys could bounce in here with us tonight. Here's our friend Steve again.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment after this with the call at the top of the second inning. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the second inning, and coming about for the Dodgers, it'll be Hanser Alberto, Trace Thompson, and Gavin Lux. So we are going to be back underway here as the first offering from Alex Wood as a fastball swung on it is lifted into left field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. And that is going to be a leadoff single here for Alberto to begin the second inning. So he is aboard, and that is going to bring up the left fielder, Trace Thompson. For Thompson, he is batting .260. He's got 4 homers and 19 runs batted in. Chance to take a look at some of those other transactions that we went through. The Dodgers much easier to navigate through than the Giants. Giants had a pitcher, Tobias Myers, claimed off waivers by the White Sox. The Giants then sent right-handed pitcher Angel Rondon down to Sacramento, and there is a fastball swung on it, is lifted down the right field line. That is going to hook foul, and the count is going to be 1-1 to Thompson, or sliced down the right field line, I should say. The ball dude is in action early tonight, as that's the first one he's had to retrieve. So 1 strike to Thompson. The Giants then traded left-handed pitcher Matt Boyd and catcher Kurt Caselli to the Mariners. In return, they got Michael Streifler and Andy Thomas, a catcher, coming back the other way. As there is a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. The count is now 0-2. I thought that was a bit of a peculiar move because really Boyd never did anything with the Giants. Of course, he had played the most of his career with the Detroit Tiger organization. So here comes the 0-2 offering. They kick and deliver. It's a fastball that this is upstairs. They appeal down to the first base umpire, Corey Blazer, but they say that Thompson didn't go, and the count now is 1-2. The Giants also sent shortstop Brandon Crawford down to Sacramento on a rehab assignment, as he looks like he is ready to come back to be in the lineup. And so those were all the moves that the Giants made. There's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is now 2-2. Probably the 2 moves that were the Giants didn't make that would raise some eyebrows would have been Jock Peterson and Carlos Rodon. Rodon has an opt-out clause at the end of this year in his contract. I believe it was after 110 innings he could choose to opt out of his contract, where he has $23 million left. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count is now 3-2 to Thompson. Whereas Jock Peterson was on a 1 year and thought that maybe he would have been a nice rental to go to somewhere, but he's on the concussion list right now, and I don't know if that played a factor into the movement or lack of movement. There's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and that is going to be a walk to Thompson, and that's going to put runners at first and second. Nobody out here, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Gavin Lux. Our friend Mick says that pretty sure San Diego got the GM to like GM, and Oakland's going to try, and I can't really understand some of that stuff. Certainly it was the opportunity for the Angels in particular, or was maybe he's talking about the opportunity for Juan Soto to come to the West Coast. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Lux. Lux is batting .295. He's got 4 homers and 30 runs batted in. They are playing him heavier to the right side of the infield. And here comes the offer, and they throw down to second base. The throw is off the glove of Machado, and it's going to go into shallow center field. And that is going to advance the base runners. They're all going to move up. That's going to be an error on the pitcher. So Alberto goes over to third. That's E1. Thompson will advance to second. And that is going to put runners now in scoring position. Our friend Mick says game 1 like game 2. Yeah, well, it might be shaping up like that right now. So they had to do it. It was interesting to see that Machado, he dove and he hit his glove, and he actually lost his glove. It wasn't that he threw the glove at it. He just had to go that opposite direction. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. There's a fastball that misses down. A good stop there by Joey Bart. That runs the count now to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The runner Alberto is at third. The runner Thompson at second with nobody gone here. We're in the bottom third of the batting order for the Dodgers, and Alex Wood's got himself in a bit of a pickle. So here's the 1-1 pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into shallow left center field. And coming hard and diving and unable to make the catch is the left fielder, Lamont Wade Jr. One run is in. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's going to be cut off. So that's going to be a seeing eye single to some degree, as that ball was in the no man's land in left center field. Say the Bermuda Triangle, as Dixon Machado, who was playing in as the shortstop, ran out. The left fielder, Lamont Wade Jr., came in, and the center fielder Slater came in, and it lands in between them. And that is going to put runners now at second and third again, as Lux is going to be standing on second. We'll see if they score that a double. Alberto scores the first run for the Dodgers. Thompson stops at third. That's going to bring up the catcher, Austin Barnes. So we'll lean in to get the official scoring on that one. Actually say that that's going to be a single for Lux, but he went to second on the throw. And it gave a fielding error there on Austin Slater on the throw, it looks like. So the first pitch delivered to Barnes is a called strike, and the count is 0-1. That's the second error of the inning already here by the Giants. So here's the offering to Barnes. It's a fastball swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. The Dodgers are looking to pile more on here, as they've got nobody out in the top of the second. They benefited on a couple errors. The botched pickoff attempt by Alex Wood, and the error by the center fielder Slater on the throw. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Barnes. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Barnes didn't play in last night's ball game, as the catcher was Will Smith. He was in the designated hitting spot tonight. There's a fastball that misses outside. The count runs to 2-2 on Barnes. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just as a reminder, if you're new to our channel, we do the late night games. Typically speaking, the Japanese games in the middle of the night. So if you're up and around, and there's a breaking ball that misses down and inside, but it hits Barnes in the foot. And he is going to be aboard here. He's going to get himself a hit by pitch. So he's going to go to first base. That's going to load the bases with nobody out. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Cody Bellinger. It's also going to bring out Homer Bailey out of the Giants dugout to come out and have a conference with his lefty Alex Wood, as he has quickly falling apart here in the second inning. So Bellinger batting .205. He's got 13 homers and 39 runs batted in. A lefty-lefty matchup. Once this conference is over, we were talking a little bit about some of the transactions that were made, but we said some of the transactions that weren't. So the Giants held on to Carlos Rodon. As we say, he's got a $23 million 1 year left on that contract sitting on the table. But the way he's pitched this year, he's probably going to opt out of that and look to command some more money. So here comes the first offering from Wood. This ball is hit to deep right field. Backing up on it is the right fielder, Gonzalez. He makes the catch. He throws it back into the infield. Tagging at third and scoring is Trace Thompson, and that is going to increase the lead to 2-0. So that's going to be a sacrifice fly to 9 for Bellinger. He's going to collect himself an RBI. That'll bring up the top of the order in Mookie Betts. For Betts tonight, he is 0 for 1. He flew out to the left fielder his first time up. Betts in last night's ball game had 1 hit in 5 trips to the plate. So 2 runs already in here for the Dodgers in their half of the second inning, and they're looking for more. Here comes the first pitch to Betts. It's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Curious to see how they're going to deploy Joey Gallo when he gets to Los Angeles. And another left-handed bat in that lineup. Not that they don't have enough left-handed sticks right now in the lineup. So here comes the 1-0 offering. There's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Mookie Betts. Again, leaning in and looking at the sign is the pitcher Wood. He checks the runner at second, and now he delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on, and it's grounded foul past the third base bag. There's no ball dude in left field tonight, but they have a ball girl who is running after it, it looks like. The ball went right down the left field corner, and she had to give chase all the way right to the wall in fair territory. So they got a ball dude on the right field line and a ball girl on the left field line. And so here comes the 2-1 offering now to Mookie Betts. As Wood leans in, gets the sign from Joey Bart. He holds set. Now he steps off the rubber as Betts has asked for time. So 2 runs on the board here for the Dodgers in the top of the second inning. Here's the offering. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into right center field, and this ball is going to get down. Slater dives for it, and he can't come up with it. Rounding third and heading home is Gavin Lux. He's going to score the 3rd run of the ball game. And that is going to increase the Dodger lead to 3-0. Mookie Betts is going to stop in at second base. And it is going to be Barnes who will make his way over to third. And the Dodgers are still batting here in the second inning, and their threat is not over yet. So Slater came a long way. He dove and was unable to come up with it. And the ball just trickled by him, and as it got by him, he was backed up on the play by Gonzalez. So check that. Actually, it's going to be a single for Betts as he was held up at first base. So runners are on the corners. And that first pitch to Turner was a fastball that missed up and away for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the offering from Wood. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-0. Talking last night about these two teams, the Giants and the Dodgers heading in opposite directions in these standings. The Dodgers at first place. I said I was a little disappointed last night by the lack of attendance. There's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. I know that the Giants are slowly drifting away out of playoff contention, but this rivalry between the Dodgers and the Giants usually brings the best out in both franchises, and there were a lot of empty seats at last night's game, and there's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 2-2 to Trey Turner. But a little bit disappointed again tonight as there's still a lot of empty seats in San Francisco. I know it's a work night. It's a Tuesday. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded foul. That one there is also going to get into the field of play as Lamont Wade Jr. comes over and assists the ball girl this time, as last time it seemed to take forever. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. She's got her hands full tonight. A lot of youngsters that are working their way down the side to come and get some balls. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's reached the seats over on the first base side. The count remains at 2-2 to Trey Turner. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Giants are sporting their City Connect uniforms. There's a lot of City Connect uniforms I've seen out there that, in my opinion, don't make the grade. But this is one of the better ones, the all white with the orange. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 3-2. They've got the Golden Gate Bridge on each of these sleeves. It's white with orange. I like the big G on the jersey. So 3 balls and 2 strikes it is to Turner. The runner at first is Mookie Betts. The runner at third is Austin Barnes. And here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. This is lifted into deep right center field. Drifting back in front of the warning track is Slater. He makes the catch. Tagging at third and heading home is Barnes. And tagging at first and heading to second is Mookie Betts. And that is going to increase the scoreline to 4-0. It's going to be a sacrifice fly to 8 for Turner. He's out for the second out of the inning. As he picks himself up another RBI, he's got himself 76 now on the season. That's going to leave it all up to Freddie Freeman. So Freeman tonight is 1 for 1. He singled his first time up through the vacated third base position as he beat the shift. The base hit. And there was the first offering. It's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul. And the count is quickly 0-1 to Freeman. So 4-0. The Dodgers have the lead here in the top of the second inning. Benefited on 4 hits and a couple of errors. I checked that on 3 hits and a couple of errors. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count now is 1-1 to Freeman. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Alex Wood has already thrown 30 pitches in the inning. He's at 42 on the ball game. At this pace here, he won't be around much past the 5th inning. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It's grounded softly over to first. It is fielded neatly by the first baseman, Belt. He steps on the bag, and that is going to do it for the Dodgers in their half of the inning. But there was damage done and lots of it. There were 4 runs in the inning on 3 hits. There were 2 errors and 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the second inning. It is the Dodgers for the Giants. No score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with the call after this from our friend Matt.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Appreciate you there, Matt, and all of your support for our channel. And in turn, we support Matt Hollis at another Hollis build. After the game, be sure to check him out and let him know Last Drafts Baseball sent you. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom of the second inning. It is going to be Wilmer Flores, Luis Gonzalez, and David Villar coming up to bat for the Giants in their half of the second inning. 4-4-0 for the Dodgers, 0-2 for the Giants so far as the line score through the first inning and a half. A couple errors there in that last half inning had helped aid and abet the damage that the Dodgers applied to the Giants. So Gonzalez steps up to the plate. He's hitting .284. Or check that. Flores steps up to the plate. He's hitting .251 with 16 homers and 56 RBIs. And there's a breaking ball that misses for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Flores batting from the right side against the lefty Anderson, who kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses inside, and the count now goes to 2-0. The lefty Anderson has like a double pump in his leg kick when he rocks into the motion. It's something that you see kind of regular in the Japanese leagues where the pitchers will try to mess up the timing of the hitters. He's got this double clutch kick, and there's a breaking ball that misses up and away, and the count is now 3-0. Anderson is enjoying himself the best year of his career. He's 11-1, 110 in the third innings pitched. He has walked only 19 and struck out 91. There is his 20th walk as he misses with a fastball inside, and Flores is aboard with a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the second. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Luis Gonzalez. Offensively, last night, Gonzalez was one of the hitting stars, I would say, for the Giants. He had a couple of hits in last night's game, as he was 2 for 4. The Giants only had 5 knocks, and he had 2 of them. So Gonzalez is batting .284 with the 4 homers and 29 runs batted in. On Sunday night against the Cubs, the leadoff hitter Christopher Morel, when Gonzalez was playing left field, there's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. He went up and made a leaping catch to take away a home run from the Cubs leadoff hitter. And as it turned out, the Cubs never had a chance to score the rest of the way. They got shut out with Carlos Rodon on the hill. There's a fastball swung on. This is lifted down the left field line. The ball is going to reach the seats, and the count is going to go even to 1-1 on Gonzalez. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Gonzalez getting a chance to play every day. And he is certainly right now, at this point, he's been proving his worth. The 26-year-old, he'll be 27 next month. There's a breaking ball that misses down. And the count is now 2-1. He had the opportunity. Last couple of years, he was with the Chicago White Sox organization. He only had 13 plate appearances over the last 2 years with the White Sox. He was placed on waivers last August and was picked up by the Giants. And this year he's been with the big club and he's been producing. And there's a breaking ball swung on it. It's grounded over to first. Freeman fields it over to second for 1. And they're not going to be able to turn the double play. The throw was high. It's going to be a fielder's choice. That's going to erase Flores at second, 3-6 for the first out. Gonzalez was able to get down the line to prevent the double play. And that'll bring up the third baseman, David Villar. So for Villar, he's hitting 172. He's got a homer and 6 RBIs. He did not play in last night's ball game. Actually, that's not true. He did play in last night's ball game. He was replaced by Tommy La Stella late in the game. You check my stats there. There's a breaking ball that misses, or that catches the outside corner and counts 0-1. Get my glasses out here because we're missing a couple of things. You can criticize the home plate umpire, Mark Ripperger, but commentators missed a couple of things as well. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. As Anderson kicks and delivers, it is a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is now 0-2. Villar will be followed by Joey Bart, should he reach safely. So no balls and 2 strikes. Anderson leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Austin Barnes, and he delivers a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. Anderson took a little something off that one and got Villar out in front. And he is gone for out number 2 here in the inning, and that's going to leave it all up to the catcher, Joey Bart. There are some pretty ugly batting averages in the bottom half of the batting order here for the Giants. With Villar entering the game tonight at 172, Bart at 182, Lamont Wade Jr. at 181, and Dixon Machado, of course, with limited at-bats. He's only at 167. But all 4 players struggling this season. So Bart steps up, and Anderson throws over to first base, and getting back in time is the base runner, Luis Gonzalez. The Giants are still looking for their first hit off of Anderson. They've got more errors than hits, and there they throw over to first base again, and getting back easily is the base runner, Gonzalez. Gonzalez has got 9 stolen bases this year. He's proven to be a bit of a tough out. We've watched the Giants a few times, and he's not afraid to drop bunts down in certain situations you wouldn't expect. He can leg balls out. He's played some decent defense. There's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1 to Bart. So he does everything you want and even a little bit more. He makes things happen out there. And more importantly, it makes it difficult for Gabe Kapler to take his name out of the lineup. He's been able to do things. There's 3 types of players, they used to say: guys who make things happen, guys who watch things happen, and guys who wonder what happened. Well, he's certainly the first one. He's been making things happen. There's a breaking ball that swung on and fouled away. The count is now 0-2 to Bart. We'll be back on the stream again tomorrow for these same 2 teams. Same time, same place. And then on Thursday, we'll be doing the matinee in the afternoon. These same clubs. We're going to do the whole series between the Dodgers and the Giants. And here comes the 0-2 offering. It is a fastball swung on and missed. And Bart is down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning, and the Giants are retired here in the second. They got no runs in the inning. There were no hits. There was no errors, and one runner left the board. We're now through 2 complete. It is the Dodgers 4, the Giants, no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the top of the third inning in just a couple moments. After this, from our friend, Steve Rademacher.
Domo arigato. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm new at this. Thank you for watching Last Raps Baseball. Tell all your friends and family to come check him out, ask some questions during the telecast, and give him a good sub and a thumbs up. And this is Steve coming back at you, and some new things on my channel. Star Wars figures that everybody likes. We have Mad magazines from the 1970s. We try to avoid the Noid. And for your pleasure, once in a while, we can open up Michael Jackson if you want, the cards. We have Elvis. We have Sadahar O. We love everything that is everything, so we even have the Beatles fighting with lightsabers. Look at that, John and George. Once in a while, we'll even have my brother take over my channel on a Tuesday. So once again, everybody tell your friends, come see Freddie at Last Raps Baseball. And right now, I'm going to kick it right back to you, Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. We got our friend Demon Slayer back in the house tonight. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this with the call of the top of the third inning. Glad you're with us. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming to bat for the Dodgers in their half of the inning. That means it's the heart of the order, and that's Will Smith, the Hanser Alberto, and Trace Thompson. The first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Smith. Smith batting from the right side against the left-handed throwing Wood as he swings at a fastball, and he loops this one foul down the right field line. The ball dude is going to have to head down there and get it, and the count is now 0-2 to Smith. The 4 runs in the second inning were part and parcel of a couple of errors, one by the pitcher and one by the center fielder. The Dodgers were able to string that together with accompanying with 3 hits to take a 4-0 lead here over the Giants. So no balls and 2 strikes to Smith. And the lefty Wood rocks into the motion and delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Smith struck out his first time up against the lefty Wood. Wood has a very quick delivery. He is really explosive. There's a fastball that swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats over on the first base side, and it's going to keep the count at 1-2. Very electric in his delivery, that is for sure. See, different pitchers have different types of windups and different types of motion. He wastes no time. There's a breaking ball that just misses down, and the count is now 2-2. Definitely the catcher, Joey Bart, didn't like that one. When we look at the K-zone, it shows that it may have caught the corner, but I really didn't like the way that Bart received that. That pitch, if he would have caught it where it was, it's probably a strike, but he takes it and jerks it back to the middle of the plate. There's a fastball swung on it, is lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats on the first base side, and that's going to keep the count at 2-2. Yeah, the pitchers are going to make the pitchers or the hitters, catchers are going to make the pitchers either all Americans or they're going to make them all average. And in this particular case, I thought that Bart kind of makes him look average. There's a breaking ball swung on, and that's grounded foul down the third base line. It keeps the count at 2-2. Our friend Mick says he's mad that he didn't throw 100 on the run line on the Dodgers. Would have been easy money. Yeah, well, certainly the Giants have played their part of gifting them some of those runs in the last inning. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. As that is a fastball swung on. It is grounded up the middle. It is stopped by Flores. He throws from his knees. It's in the dirt, and it's not caught by the first baseman Belt. That's going to be a base hit. It's a great play by Flores to have to range to his left. He had to slide on his knees. Then he had to try to throw the ball to first base. If Belt could have picked it, it would have been a phenomenal play all the way around. That was very, very difficult. That's going to be a base hit for Will Smith of the infield variety. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Hanser Alberto. I have to say, though, Belt probably should have done better on the pick of that one. There's a first pitch breaking ball that swung through and missed, and the count is 0-1 to Alberto. Alberto got things going in the second inning with a leadoff single. He eventually came around to score the first Dodger run. Alberto waggling the bat, waiting on the offering from Alex Wood. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on, and this ball is hit through the shift into right field. That would have been where the second baseman was, but that is a knock for Alberto. His second hit of the ball game. That's going to put runners at first and second. It's going to bring up the left fielder, Trace Thompson. I have to say, Hanser Alberto, the former Baltimore Oriole and Texas Ranger and Kansas City Royal. I think in my opinion, I really believe that the Dodgers are going to get more out of Alberto than maybe he has to give. Finding in that lineup, he's probably going to see a few more fastballs than most. There's the first delivery to Trace Thompson. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. Alberto's best year in the big leagues was with Baltimore in 2019. He hit 12 homers and drove in 51. He played in 139 games that year, batted .305. So no balls and one strike here to Thompson. So the runner at second is Smith. The runner at first is Alberto. There's nobody gone here in the top of the third inning. And here's the offering. It's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count now goes to 0-2 on Thompson. Our friend Mick says it would have been easy money taking the runs for the Dodgers. And as I say, it probably would have been a lot easier with all the gifts that the Giants were giving to them. And here's the 0-2 offering. It's a fastball that misses down and in, and the count is now 1-2. Nick says the Angels are up too early on the Rockies. I didn't know it was the Rockies and the Angels tonight. I thought for some reason it was the Padres. Oh, the Rockies are up 2 on the Padres early. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to short, fielded on the backhand by Machado, and he flips it. I say on the backhand. He was actually sliding in the direction of second base. He gets it, and he backhand flips it over to the second baseman, Flores. That's going to be a fielder's choice. It's going to erase Alberto 6-4 for the first out of the inning. Will Smith is going to advance to third. Thompson is going to reach safely at first, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Gavin Lux. All kinds of scoring across Major League Baseball right now. And taking a look at all those scores in a little bit. Even some finals in as well. So here comes the first offering. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded slowly to the first baseman Belt. He comes home with it as he throws on the run. The throw is not in time. It's going to score Will Smith from third. That's going to increase the lead to 5-0. It's going to advance Thompson over to second. Lux is going to reach on the fielder's choice. He's going to get himself an RBI. The throw was not in time. I have to make a decision on that one. Belt got there. He threw on the run. Bart got the throw and was not even close to being in time at the plate. You have to wonder about that decision. That's going to bring up Austin Barnes, who was hit by a pitch and scored a run his first time up. Trace Thompson has found himself all the way over to third base. So runners at the corners, and here comes the first offering. It is a fly ball into right center field. Gonzalez makes the catch, and he is going to throw that ball back in. Thompson, check that, is going to hold. Thompson actually is at second base. The runner Lux is at first, and that's going to hold the runner Thompson at second. That's going to bring up Cody Bellinger. So 2 gone here with Bellinger coming to bat. He had a sac fly his first time up to right field. Drove in a run. So he's got himself an RBI tonight. Alex Wood gets the sign from his catcher, Bart, and now he steps off. He doesn't like the sign that he got. 5-0, the Dodgers have the lead. We got Dylan Hoffman in the house tonight, and we appreciate you for being in here. Thanks for stopping back in. He says he hit the Padres, Osaka tennis money line, and the Chihuahuas AAA. He's 3-0. He's got a KBO pick tonight. We don't do anything with the KBO, Dylan. It's just the NPB stuff. There's a breaking ball that misses inside for a ball. We are going to be doing the game 2 of that Saitama Cebu Lions and the Oryx Buffaloes. That'll go off at 2 a.m. Pacific or 5 a.m. on the East Coast. So that's what we're going to be looking in at. Don't do much with the KBO. I know there might be some people out there that may not like what I have to say, but it's an inferior league to the NPB. There's a changeup that misses down, and the count is now 2-0 to Bellinger. But as I remember yesterday, Dylan, you took one on the chin because you had the over 6.5 in that game last night, and it ended up being a 6. It was unfortunate. There was a lot of scoring late, just not enough scoring on your behalf. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. So Bellinger had an account here 3-0. I'll be interested to see if they give him a green light here against Wood. As Wood comes set and he kicks and delivers, there's a fastball that catches the outside corner. The count is now 3-1 to Bellinger. Bellinger entered the game tonight hitting .205 with 13 homers and 39 runs batted in. Not sure how many MVPs there are that are batting 9th in somebody's lineup, but there is one here with Bellinger batting in the 9 spot. So here comes the 3-1 pitch. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats over on the third base side. That runs the count full to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Bellinger. It should be another decent pitching matchup tonight in the NPB in the game that we're going to be calling. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. As the lefty Wood holds, he delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Bellinger goes down on strikes for out number 3, but there was more runs again in this inning. They had 1 run in the inning on 2 hits. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. Your score after 2.5, it is the Dodgers 5, the Giants no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few minutes after this with the call at the bottom of the 3rd inning. I'm glad you guys are with us tonight. Stay tuned. We'll be back for more action in just a bit.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom of the third inning. It is going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the San Francisco order. That means Lamont Wade Jr., Dixon Machado, and Austin Slater to face the left-handed slants of Tyler Anderson. 5-0, the Dodgers have the lead here as they were benefited from a couple of errors. And that is the way we stand. We are going to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard as all the games are currently in motion, but there are a number of finals already in. The St. Louis Cardinals knocked off the Chicago Cubs 6-0 today. Adam Wainwright picked up his 8th win against 8 losses. Toronto Blue Jays, behind the pitching of Kevin Gossman, he goes to 8-8. Knock off the Tampa Bay Rays 3-1. So here we go back to the action as Tyler Anderson kicks and delivers to Lamont Wade Jr. There's a breaking ball swung on, and it's checked foul over on the first base side. Count is quickly 0-1. The Diamondbacks knocked off the Guardians today 6-3. Zach Gallen got his 6th win. Ian Kennedy got his 5th save of the year. The Pirates took care of the Brewers 5-3. And here's the offering from Anderson. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is now 1-1 to Wade Jr. Wade Jr. had actually squared the bunt there. The Brewers jumped out to a 3-0 lead in the 6th inning, and then the Pirates came back with 5 in the 6th. All the scoring was in the 6th inning. So if you had to go to the concession stand or to the bathroom during that inning and you missed everything, you missed a lot. There's a breaking ball that misses on the outside corner, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. The Washington Nationals beat the Mets today 5-1. 5-8-0 for the Nationals, 1-6-0 for the Mets. And there's a breaking ball swung on, and it is hit foul down the first base line. Nice play by the ball dude. He gets a good round of applause. Runs the count to 2-2 now on Wade Jr. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Cincinnati Reds beat the Marlins 2-1 today. Here's the offering from Anderson. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-2 on Lamont Wade Jr. First game of the doubleheader between the Padres and the Rockies. The Padres jumped the Rockies for 13 runs. They beat them 13-5. Pounded out 19 hits in that game as well. Yu Darvish got his 10th win of the year. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded softly back to the pitcher. Anderson fields it. He flips it over to Freddie Freeman covering. It's going to go down as a ground out 1-3 for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the shortstop Dixon Machado. All the other games across the MLB are underway. Top of the 9th inning, the Tigers are leading the Twins 5-3. Tigers have got all their runs late in that one. The second game of the doubleheader, the Rockies and the Padres are all knotted up at 2. That's in the top of the 2nd inning. So here's Anderson back to work. Kicks and delivers. Machado squares the bunt, but he takes a fastball for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. The Mariners and the Yankees. Mariners beat the Yankees, or leading the Yankees going to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is an 8-6 lead for the Mariners. And here's the offering from Anderson. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 1-1. The Braves have stuck 13 on the board against the Phillies, and it is a 13-1 lead. Phillies were very active at the trade deadline today. Lots of movement over there. Curious to see how they battle it out for that last wild card spot. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is popped foul over on the first base side, but Freddie Freeman is going to watch that one drift into the dugout and then up into the stands. So that is going to run the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dixon Machado. The Baltimore Orioles have a 6-1 lead over the Texas Rangers. That's in the top of the 8th inning. As Anderson rocks and delivers, there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 2-2. The Boston Red Sox are leading the Astros 2-1. That's in the bottom of the 8th in Houston. The White Sox have a 9-4 lead over the Royals. That's in the top of the 8th inning in Chicago. The game that's underway is the Angels are beating the Athletics 2-0. There's a fastball that just misses off the outside corner. They appeal down to Corey Blazer. Blazer says that Machado didn't go, and that's going to run the count now to 3-2. Of course, your game that's we're calling here. It's 5-0 Dodgers in the bottom of the third inning. There is a fastball that just misses inside. Dixon Machado is going to get himself a one-out walk, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Austin Slater. For Slater, tonight he is 0 for 1. He flew out to center field his first time up. Slater's average has dropped to .282 on the year. He's got himself 5 homers and 24 runs batted in. He did have an error in that inning earlier. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to third. They throw to second for 1. Back to first. It's going to be a double play as Slater has grounded into the double play of the 5-4-3 variety. And that is going to do it. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in a minute. Our friend Mick and the Demon Slayer are with us. We'll come back and chat with the chat after this, as that is going to unconventionally retire the Giants 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 3 complete. It is the Dodgers 5 and the Giants no score. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple after this with all the action. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, friends. Steve coming back at you. A clean-shaven Steve. Thank you for watching The Last Raps Baseball. And please continue to support my channel among others, like Another Hollis Build. Awesome commercial. And now I'll show you a few more things that we do have. We have toys, like this bobblehead Star Wars on wheels. We have Noids. We can't keep avoiding them forever. We do have Legos. Love my Legos. We have Origami Folder. Check him out. He's new into this. Getting started. Has good following already. We have Red Beard Breaks. And we also have these things that your temperature is. So, if you like all of this, and if you like Last Raps Baseball, join all of us. We'd love to have you. And I know you would enjoy us. Thank you, peace, good night, and cheers.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the game. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call at the top of the 4th inning. Hang with us, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be the top of the order coming up for the Dodgers. That means Mookie Betts, Trey Turner, and Freddie Freeman to come to bat against the left-hander Alex Wood. Wood has not been an easy 3 innings of work for the lefty. And there is a first pitch breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is 1-0. For Wood, he has thrown 65 pitches in the first 3 innings. Has had his struggles tonight. And here's the pitch to Betts. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is belted to deep center field. Moving back onto the warning track and watching it go up into the netting just in front of the batter's eye. And that is going to be a home run for Mookie Betts. That's going to be his 24th of the year. That is going to put the Dodgers up 6-0 here in the 4th inning. They are really sticking it to the Giants tonight. That's Betts' second hit of the ball game and the first home run of the night for him. And 6-0 now, the Dodgers have the lead. Our friend Demon Slayer says that he's not taking the under tonight in the NPB. It's too stressful. He's going light today. Already had a couple of winners. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Trey Turner. He also figured that DeGrom would only go 4 or 5 innings. And you're probably right on that one as well. They're going to ease him back in. There's a breaking ball that swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-1 to Turner. Turner tonight is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up, but he had a sacrifice fly to drive in his 76th run of the year, his last time up. And Wood rocks into the motion and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. This is lifted into shallow right field. Coming hard is Gonzalez. He dives, but he can't make the catch. And that is going to be a base hit for Turner, as he's got himself a single, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. I have to say, Luis Gonzalez, he was really coming hard on that one there, where they had him positioned. He was in straightaway positioning, and he had to come a long way to have to get it. As he dove, he slid, and then he does a really good job of not allowing that to get by him. Once he realized he couldn't make the catch, he was able to knock it down and keep it in front. So that brings Freddie Freeman to the plate, who is 1 for 2 tonight. He's had a single in 2 trips. And here's the first pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats down the third base line, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Freeman. So Freeman ready to go at it again here against the lefty Alex Wood. He waggles the bat. And here comes the delivery. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count now goes to 0-2. 6-0 lead now here for the Dodgers in the 4th inning. Looks like it could be ladies' night out in San Francisco, as there was a lady who comes up with that one. There's a fastball that swung on and tapped foul at home plate. And the count is now going to remain at 0-2. And I say ladies' night, they are certainly not your young ladies. Certainly some elderly ladies out enjoying a night at the ballpark. It looks like it could be mother-daughter night. As you can see the resemblance. So no balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the pitch from Alex Wood. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Freeman has gone down on strikes for the first out of the inning, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Will Smith. For Smith tonight, he is 1 for 2. He singled and scored a run, and he has struck out in his 2 trips to the plate against Alex Wood. Wood in the ballgame tonight has 4 strikeouts. It was that killer inning back in the 3rd inning where the 2 runs really hurt the left-hander. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Although all of the runs that he has allowed have been earned tonight. So says the official score, as the count is 0-1 to Will Smith. And there is a breaking ball swung on. It is taken on one hop by the third baseman VR. Over to second for 1. Back to first, and it's a double play. And that is going to do it. It is going to retire the Dodgers here in their half of the 4th inning on a 5-4-3 double play, as Turner was erased at second and Smith erased at first. And so in the inning, there was 1 run. There were 2 hits. There were no errors, and there was nobody left aboard. The home run by Mookie Betts has increased the lead to 6-0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the 4th inning in just a couple moments. After this, we're glad you guys could make it in here with us tonight. 6-0 Dodgers. Be back after this in just a few minutes.
All I wanna
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom half of the fourth inning. It is going to be Brandon Belt, Yermin Mercedes, and Wilmer Flores to come to bat for the Giants here. And they'll be facing the left-hander Tyler Anderson, who has pretty much cruised through his first 3 innings of work. Anderson has enjoyed some help of the defense as he was able to get out of the last inning with an inning-ending double play. He has thrown 35 pitches through his first 3 innings of work. Pretty economical, and he's ready to go back at it here as he faces Brandon Belt. And the first pitch is a breaking ball swung on, and Belt has hit the ball the other way for a base hit. That is going to be the first hit of the ball game for the Giants as he's got a leadoff single. That is going to bring up the designated hitter, Yermin Mercedes. For Mercedes, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He popped out to the first baseman his first time up. His average has dipped to 267. But he has normally been pretty steady against left-handed pitching. He's last 13 games against lefties, he's 11 for 26. With a 423 average, and that's the main reason he's in the lineup tonight. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses down. The count is 1-0 to Mercedes. Mercedes, the big fella, he is the Giants. He is a former Chicago White Sox. He burst onto the scene last year for the White Sox, hitting a whole pile of home runs and announcing himself to the big leagues. But he fell a little bit out of favor, and not just with the White Sox, but with Tony La Russa. There's a breaking ball swung on it. Has popped up over on the first base side. Moving over underneath it is Freddie Freeman. He's going to make the catch. Just like the first time, it's a pop-up to the first baseman that will retire Mercedes. He's out for out number 1, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Wilmer Flores. For Flores, he is officially does not have a at-bat tonight as he walked his first time up. To start the second inning, he was erased on a fielder's choice. The Dodgers have 3 fielders to the left side of second base. They are employing the shift against Flores. Anderson kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Flores. Flores entered the game hitting .251, but that's where he still stands with 16 homers and 56 runs batted in. Another player that was talked about in trade rumors was this fella here. As Anderson delivers a breaking ball that swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 0-2. So I'll be curious to see how the reinforcements will be deployed for the Giants when they arrive, as they're looking to get some production from certain positions. Of course, there were some players that were shipped out as well. We went through some of the transactions earlier, but some of the key ones, Curt Casali going to the Mariners. As a catcher is moved, there's a fastball swung on. This ball is going to be lifted into right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Mookie Betts does a good job being able to cut it off. Going all the way over to third is going to be Belt. As that is going to be a single for Flores. He's aboard here with runners now on the corners. The Giants have something brewing here in the fourth inning. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Luis Gonzalez. So just a couple of items. Curious to see J.D. Davis, the third baseman that the Giants have acquired from the Mets. So he will be joining the big club. And of course, with Evan Longoria out, Davis is going to get an opportunity to be able to play as VR and last night's game, Jason Vosser, or I should say on the Sunday game. I would expect one of those players, if not maybe both, might be deported to the minors. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Gonzalez. There'll be an opportunity, a new lease on life for J.D. Davis, as he wasn't getting the playing time in New York any longer. So 1 ball and no strikes to Gonzalez. And here comes the pitch from Anderson. It is a fastball that misses inside and backs Gonzalez off the plate, and the count goes to 2-0. Curt Casali being traded to the Mariners was a little bit of a eyebrow raiser. Casali was pretty good with the San Francisco pitching staff, but with Austin Wynns and Joey Bart holding it down, that means that Caselli is no longer needed. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 2-1. At least in the Mariners camp, the Mariners look at it this way, that Cal Raleigh offensively has played pretty good, and he's had himself some decent defense, but Luis Torrens has not lived up to his expectations, so I would think that Torrens would be the odd man out in Seattle. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count goes to 2-2 on Gonzalez. The other players that are also there, Tristan Peters, Andy Thomas. Curious to see what the status of those players will be. Also, the minor deal is Ford Proctor was a shortstop who's come to San Francisco in return for Jeremy Walker, who was shipped off to the Rays. I always say every time the Rays come calling for pitching, keep an eye on that, how it works out for them. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 2-2 on Gonzalez. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The runner at third is Belt. The runner at first is Flores. There's 1 gone here in the 4th inning. The Dodgers are leading the Giants 6-0. Anderson leads in. He gets the sign from his catcher Barnes. He works set at the belt. He checks the runner at first, and now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And the Giants are going to get their first run of the ball game. Wilmer Flores is going to stop at second on the single and an RBI there by Gonzalez as he reaches base for the second time tonight. It's going to cut into the lead with the score 6-1 now for the Dodgers, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, David Villar. For Villar tonight, he is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up against the lefty Anderson. And out is the catcher Barnes to give defensive signs to the Dodger defense. Always have to be concerned about a sacrifice bunt, especially in this situation here. And we said at the outset that the bottom 4 hitters in the batting order are all hitting below the Mendoza line. And there's a first pitch fastball swung on. This is lifted to right field. It's going to get down, and it's going to slice into foul territory. Mookie Betts picks it up. He throws it home. And it is going to be a double for Villar. They're going to have to wipe the blood off that one as it bled down the line for the base hit. It's going to advance Gonzalez all the way over to third. Wilmer Flores is going to score the second run of the inning, and the lead has been cut into. Now it is 6-2 for the Dodgers. As Villar gets himself an RBI, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Joey Bart. So I'm not sure what people had in this game, but if you had the over, it's starting to look pretty good. As there's already 8 runs on the board here in the first 3 and plus innings. Not even 4 complete. And the Giants are looking for more as they've got runners at second and third and only 1 away. So Bart tonight is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. He waits on the first offering here from Anderson, who holds at the belt. Now he kicks and delivers. It is a slow breaking ball swung at and missed. The count is 0-1 to Bart. Bart's average has dipped to 181 on the campaign, as he had struck out his first time up against the veteran lefty Anderson. They have 3 defenders to the left side of the infield. They're playing back, so they're trading runs for outs here. There's a breaking ball that's in the dirt. It gets away. Coming hard home from third is the runner Gonzalez. He's going to score on the wild pitch. It's going to advance Villar over to third, and then it's now a 6-3 ball game here in the 4th inning. As the Giants in that City Connect all white with orange trim uniform have made the score more respectable here as they're down 6-3. So it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike to Bart. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The Giants are looking to continue to chip away here. There's 1 gone in the inning, and there's a fastball swung on it as pop foul. It's going to reach the seats behind home plate. It's going to run the count to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Joey Bart. Now the infield is in a little bit. I'm not sure why they wouldn't have played the infield in with runners at second and third. But they are now trying to cut off that run at the plate. So here's the offering from Anderson, who double pumps, and that one is spiked into the dirt. A nice stop by the catcher Barnes. It runs the count now to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Giants have the runner at third, VR, with 1 out. There's 3 runs on the board already for the Giants here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So Bart resets himself in the batter's box. The Giant fans have something to cheer about. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Anderson. He kicks and he delivers. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left center field. And this ball is going to be gone. A home run for Bart. A 2-run shot, and that cuts the lead to 6-5 on the homer by Bart. That ball ends up into the bullpen in left center field there, and that is going to cash in VR and Bart on that blast to left center. And you could see that Bart knew right off the crack of the bat that ball had the legs to go, and that is going to be a 6-5 ball game here at Oracle Park in San Fran. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Lamont Wade Jr. So 5 on the board with 1 gone. Tyler Anderson, who cruised through the first 3 innings, has hit a rough spot here in the 4th. So I was ready to write the Giants off for dead in the last inning, and there was a fastball swung on and fouled away by Lamont Wade Jr. Count is 0-1. Wade Jr. tonight is 0 for 1. He grounded to the pitcher his first time up. He's really struggled this season to get himself on track. Here comes the 0-1 offering. There's a fastball that misses inside, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Wade Jr. Joey Bart, right off the crack of the bat, knew that he had hit that ball a long way. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined to right field. Coming in is Mookie Betts. He makes the catch. Wade Jr. is gone for the 2nd out of the inning. That is going to bring up the shortstop, Dixon Machado. For Machado tonight, in his first plate appearance, he drew a walk. He's hitting 167 on the year with nothing across the slash line. He made his debut with the Giants on Sunday evening on Sunday Night Baseball. It was his first taste of Major League Baseball since 2018. And here's the first offering from Anderson. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-1. Of course, Machado was with the Cubs organization. He was playing in AAA. He'd also spent time after he left Detroit in 2018. He went over to the KBO and bounced around a little bit in minor league ball. There's a fastball swung on it, is lifted into shallow right field. This ball is going to bleed in for a base hit. Freddie Freeman had gone out to chase it. Mookie Betts had come in, but it fell in between them. And Dixon Machado is aboard with a 2-out single, and that's going to bring up the top of the order, Austin Slater. Just to finish off about Machado, he had spent the 2019 season with the Iowa Cubs. He bounced over for 2 years with the Lotte Ball Club, Lotte Giants in the KBO. He posted some pretty respectable numbers. And he came back this year and he was with the Iowa Cubs again, and he had a pretty good line going on for them. And then the Cubs flipped him to the Giants on Sunday. That is where he is right now. So here comes the top of the order, Austin Slater, to the plate. And the first pitch is a fastball swung on it, is grounded over to Alberto at third. He flips it to second. That's going to be a fielder's choice, as it's going to erase Machado 5-4 for the 3rd out of the inning. But there was damage in the inning and lots of it. 5 runs in the inning for the Giants on 6 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 5th inning. It is 6-5 for the Dodgers. Stick around, everybody. We got ourselves a ball game, which a couple innings ago we didn't think we were going to have. We'll be right back with you, everybody. 6-5 after this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you there, Matt, and your support of our channel. And in turn, we support Matt Hollis. Be sure to check out Another Hollis Build after the game. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call after this. It is 6-5 for the Dodgers. Welcome back, everybody. It is a 6-5 Dodger lead as we move to the top of the fifth inning, and Alex Wood is ready to go back at it. And he delivers a first pitch breaking ball to Hanser Alberto, taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Alberto, Trace Thompson, and Gavin Lux here in the fifth inning to face the lefty Wood. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, counts 1-1. Alberto tonight is 2 for 2. He's got a single, he scored a run, and has singled both times, actually. He's been to the plate. And here's the pitch from Wood. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 1-2. Alberto's been able to raise his average against Wood tonight to 267. As the right-handed hitter waits on the offering from Wood. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-2. We thought this game, the way it started for the Dodgers as they jumped out to that 6-0 lead, was going to be a long night. But the Giants, tip your hat to them. They have come back here with 5 of their own in the bottom of the fourth inning to make this a ball game again. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 3-2. Joey Bart with that home run. That was Bart's. The home run on the season was his 8th. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded to short. Machado fields it. He throws to first. And Alberto is going to be retired on a ground out 6-3 for out number 1. That is going to bring up the left fielder, Trace Thompson. Thompson tonight has been on board twice. He walked and scored a run in the second, and he bounced into a fielder's choice in the third inning. So officially 0 for 1. Since Thompson was acquired from the Detroit Tigers organization, he has stepped into the lineup, and he has been playing pretty frequently for the Dodgers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Curious to see where he is going to fit in once Joey Gallo arrives in Los Angeles. Here comes the 0-1 offering to Thompson, but instead Wood steps off the backside. He's going to wipe the sweat off his face and go ready at it again. So Wood rocks into the motion and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Thompson. Thompson, the brother of Klay Thompson, the superstar for the Golden State Warriors. One of his better seasons in all the big leagues as he takes a fastball for a called strike. The count is 1-2. There's some video on Instagram of his brother in the stands one night in Los Angeles, and he was big time cheering for his brother as he had hit a home run. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and Thompson is retired on strikes. He's gone for out number 2. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Gavin Lux. So that was 86 pitches now for Wood. One would have to think that it's going to be a battle of the bullpens pretty much after the fifth inning. Although I have to say Tyler Anderson may be able to squeeze another inning out of him as his pitch count was fairly economical through the first three. There's a first pitch breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Lux. Lux tonight has a single, and he's bounced into a fielder's choice. He's also knocked in a run. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball. Tap foul behind home plate, and the count now goes to 0-2. There was speculation that the Dodgers may have been in on the Juan Soto sweepstakes. One of the names that was coming up was Gavin Lux going the other way. The Dodgers didn't get the Soto sweepstakes as that was capitalized on by the San Diego Padres. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-2. So there's going to be a buzz in San Diego as they had a flurry of action, most of it on the offensive side. The big move they made for Josh Hader came yesterday, as they had flipped their closer, Taylor Rogers, to the Brewers. There's a fastball that misses up and away. Count is 2-2. One of the trades that stood out for me was that of the offering of Eric Hosmer to the Boston Red Sox. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike 3. Lux stood there like the house by the side of the road and took that for out number 3, and that is going to do it here for the Dodgers in their half of the 5th inning. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 4.5. It is the Dodgers 6, the Giants 5. Stick around, everybody. Come back, and I'll talk about that Eric Hosmer trade when we return as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's great to have you with us, and here's Steve again.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. We are going to be moving here to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is a 6-5 lead for the Dodgers over the Giants. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call after this. We appreciate you all for being here. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it is a 6-5 lead for the Dodgers. 6-8-0 for Los Angeles, 5-6-2 for the Giants. Giants had a 5-run uprising in the 4th inning to break into that 6-0 lead that the Dodgers had jumped out to. And here's the first pitch from Anderson. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted to deep center field. Moving back on it is the center fielder Bellinger, and he makes the catch on the warning track up against the wall. And that is going to retire Belt for the first out of the inning. So 1 pitch and 1 away, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Yermin Mercedes. So 59 pitches through the first 4 innings for Anderson. He's got a lot of legs left, one would think, in this one. But I would have to think that Alex Wood is probably, night's going to be over the way the bullpen was getting ready there in the last half inning. There's a first pitch breaking ball delivered to Mercedes, taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Mercedes tonight is 0 for 2. He has popped to first twice in both of his plate appearances. One was in foul territory, and the other one was One was in fair and one was in foul to Freddie Freeman, as there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. Mercedes batting from the right side against the left-handed throwing Anderson. Anderson rocks into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on it as tap foul over on the third base side. The count now is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mercedes. Wilmer Flores will follow here in the inning, as the Giants are in the top part of their batting order. Here's the offering from Anderson. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 1-2. A good defensive swing there by Mercedes, as that pitch looked like it might have been coming for the inside corner. Did a pretty good job to get the barrel head out on it and foul it away. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Anderson rocking into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted foul down the first base line. It is going to reach the seats. It's going to keep the count at 1-2 to Mercedes. Anderson gets himself a new baseball. He rubs it up, and he's ready to go back at it. It was amazing in that last half inning how quickly those runs really got up on the board. Here's the offering. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is popped up over on the left side of the infield. Moving over underneath it is the shortstop, Trey Turner, and he makes the catch. And Mercedes is gone for out number 2. And that is going to leave it all up to the second baseman, Wilmer Flores. Flores got in on the action in the last half inning. He singled and scored a run. He's also walked and was erased on a fielder's choice. So 1 for 1 in the books for Flores tonight. He's raised his average up to 254 for the G-men. And here comes the first offering from Anderson as he rocks into the delivery. And he fires a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for a called strike. And the count is 0-1 to Flores. Flores waggles the bat. And here comes the 0-1. And the offering from Anderson as he delivers, it's a fastball that misses inside, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Flores waggles the bat. And Anderson rocks into the motion. He kicks and he delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on it, is lined right to the third baseman, Alberto, who makes the grab, and that is going to do it here for the Giants in their half of the 5th inning. They go quickly and quietly. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 5 complete in San Francisco. It is the Dodgers 6, the Giants 5. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call of the top of the 6th inning when we return. We appreciate you all for being here. Here is our friend, Matt Hollis.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole. A little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play. But you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just 1 roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Thanks for checking out Freddie and Last Raps Baseball. It's time to announce the winners of this month's Mystery Pack. Boom! Josh S., you're the winner. Congratulations. Enjoy the game, and remember to tell Steve Rademacher, pick a haircut. Back to the game.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving now to the top of the sixth inning. It is going to be Austin Barnes, Cody Bellinger, and Mookie Betts slated to come to bat. Just waiting on some confirmation to see if Alex Wood is going to be back in with us or if his night is over. That is what we are looking to see here. We have some news and notes around here. One news is we have some unfortunate news here to break to you as one of the great broadcasters of all time. As there's a first pitch delivered to Austin Barnes, which is taken for a ball. For ball one, and here comes the offering from Wood. It is a breaking ball that misses inside. The count is 2-0. Vin Scully has passed away at the tender age of 94 years old. That has been breaking news. We are saddened to hear that, as there is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 2-1 to Barnes. 94 years old. He spent 67 years for the Brooklyn Dodgers and the Los Angeles Dodgers as the voice of the Dodgers. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded through the right side into right field, and that is going to be a single for Barnes. So you think of some of the legends of the sports world. You have to think of Vin Scully as a legendary one in front of the mic. The Dodgers have just announced that he was a native of the Bronx, New York, and a fan of baseball at the age of 8, and he began his broadcasting career at Fordham University after spending a couple of years in the Navy. And here comes the offering now from the left-hander Wood, who delivers a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 1 ball and no strikes to Cody Bellinger. It was really unfortunate. He called basketball and football games. He also played baseball. He played a game against future President George W. Bush, who was on Yale's team at the time. There's a breaking ball that misses, and the count is now 2-0 to Bellinger. After graduating from Yale, he worked as a fill-in at WTOP in Washington, D.C. That ended up being his big break into sports announcing. Here comes the offering from Wood. It is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count goes to 2-1 on Bellinger. He had met Red Barber at WTOP, who had become Scully's mentor. Barber brought him with him in 1950 when he was hired by the Dodgers, and in 3 years became the youngest broadcaster ever to call a World Series game at the age of 25. So 2 balls and 1 strike, and here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is popped up on the right side of the infield. Camping out underneath it is the second baseman Flores. He's going to make the catch. Bellinger is going to be retired for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Mookie Betts. Of course, a year later, when Red Barber left to go work for the crosstown New York Yankees, Scully became the main announcer for the Dodgers. And he stayed in that role until 2016 when he was retired, even relocating with the Dodgers in 1958 when they uprooted to Los Angeles. Well, that's bringing the manager, Gabe Kapler, out. And he is going to be making a pitching change. That's going to be the end of the night for Alex Wood as he's done here after 5 1/3. Just a few more things. We'll stick around here and talk a little bit about Vin Scully. Some of the greatest moments that Vin Scully had. 2022, he said that Hank Aaron breaking Babe Ruth's record was probably the most important game that he had ever called. He also called Kirk Gibson's home run in the 1988 World Series. He felt that that was the most theatrical call. Of course, Vin Scully was on the mic for Don Larsen's perfect game in Game 5 of the 56 World Series, called Sandy Koufax's perfect game in 1965. And some of Scully's greatest calls weren't related to plays at all. He often, what is his best when he was telling stories and relaying information you never thought you needed to know. That is what made Vin Scully one of the greats of the game. All that other type of information. He would spend all kinds of time telling people about different things, and it was giving insight beyond the scope of the game that made Scully, in my opinion, one of the best broadcasters of all time. He called the nationally televised games for NBC in the 80s, and including 3 World Series and several All-Star games. You're going to listen to him, and basically he was the one-man show. He would do a lot of different things, and he would call all the stuff by himself. Vin Scully also did NFL games. He also was with John Madden in the booth. A lot of people maybe don't always remember that, as of course is the legend that Scully is with the Dodgers. One of the most memorable football calls was in 1982 when San Francisco quarterback Joe Montana found Larry Clark in the back of the end zone, or I should say Dwight Clark in the back of the end zone. And that was able to give the San Francisco Giants the win over the Dallas Cowboys in the last minute. And they simply refer to that play as the catch of all time. Vin Scully passed away today at the age of 94 years old. That is unfortunate for Vin Scully and for everybody that is out there. So we wish his family and the Dodgers and everybody else, we have a sad moment. We think about Vin as we move along. There is a pitching change, and we're going to get to that here, as it is going to be John Brebbia coming in. He's going to be facing the top of the order. In Mookie Betts, it'll be Betts and Turner to face him here, with the runner Austin Barnes at first. So Brebbia on in relief. We saw him pitch on Sunday evening against the Chicago Cubs. Brebbia is working in his 50th game. He's 5-1 on the year. He's got a 2.33 ERA. He's got 46 1/3 innings under his belt. He's walked to 14 and struck out 38. So Brebbia here to take over for Alex Wood. So Mookie Betts steps up. He is 2 for 3 tonight. He's got a homer, a single, and he's flown out to left. And here's the first offering. It is a changeup that swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. That pitch was coming inside to Betts. So no balls and 1 strike to Betts. Think of other legends, of course, we lost on the weekend. The great Bill Russell, the basketball player for the Boston Celtics. So in the span of 3 days, sports has lost a couple of Hall of Famers. 1 for basketball and 1 for baseball. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that is swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. And like everything else, time does march on. I think of the great Ernie Harwell and some of the other ones we mentioned about, Red Barber, all names of the past that you can hear their voices immortalized in time. As here comes the 0-2 pitch. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 0-2 to Mookie Betts. Some of the iconic calls of the game, Major League Baseball, and it'll be immortalized in time by their voices that have entered into people's homes that you come to hear and appreciate. So no balls and 2 strikes to Betts. Brebbia leans in and he gets the sign from his catcher, Joey Bart. We're here in the top of the 6th inning. The runner at first is Barnes. There is 1 gone. Here comes the 0-2 to Betts. As Brebbia kicks and he delivers, it is a fastball at 97. This is off the outside corner, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mookie Betts. But just as one legend passes, there are others in the making. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is 2-2. Mookie Betts is one of those right here. Pleasure to watch him play. People knew he was going to be good. They just didn't know he was going to be as good as he is. And he has been an MVP, and it's been a plus not just for the Dodgers, but the Red Sox organization. There was a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 3-2 on Betts. We'll have to keep our eye on Austin Barnes to see if they put him in motion, possibly stay out of the double play. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the offering from the right-hander Brebbia, but now he steps off the backside of the rubber. We're going to do this all over again. They do shift Betts, but not as they do others. The second baseman Flores is closer to the bag at second base, but he's still to the right side of the infield. As there's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Mookie Betts. The runner, Barnes, was in motion on that 3-2 pitch. As we said, we'll have to keep an eye to see if he stays out of the double play. So Brebbia ready to go back at it here. He gets the sign from his catcher, Barty, holds set. And now he kicks and fires. It's a fastball swung on. It is foul behind home plate, and the count remains at 3-2 strikes. And Barnes is getting a workout in, going from first to second. This is going to be the 9th pitch of the at-bat to Betts. Right-hander Brebbia, that full red beard, ready to go here. Betts digs in. The battle is about to continue. He's seen nothing but sliders and four-seam fastballs. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And Brebbia kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball that's taken for a called third strike. They throw down to second base, and it's going to be a strike him out, throw him out. And that is how the inning is going to end. As Barnes is retired, caught stealing. That's going to go down 2-6 for the third out of the inning as Betts get called out looking. And that will do it here for the Dodgers in their half of the 6th inning. So they had no runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is the Dodgers 6 and the Giants 5. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call just after this. We appreciate you all for being here. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher once again.
Hey guys, and thank you, Freddie. Steve coming back at you. That's right, Steve Rademacher. I would like to thank each and every one of you that is tuned into my channel. And today, let's do a little shout out for some other great channels you should be watching. There is WVlogs 18. There's Big D's Sports and Collectibles. You all know another Hollis build. Why not Like Father, Like Son? That's a great duo that does some great stuff. It shows some great cards. And of course, the one and only Bud Stoney, creators of One of Ones, the creator of One of Ones, and they're all signed on the back. Bud Stoney, One of One, like this beautiful Robin Yount that he made for me. He made me another Robin Yount, this time mini, and a Christian Yelich mini. Great cards, and he does more than cards. We have darts of Hulk Hogan and many other things. So give them a look-see and give me another look-see. Subscribers are always welcome, and back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel, and in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. We'll be back here in just a few moments, as it is a 6-5 ball game for the Dodgers. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th. Hang tight, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the bottom of the 6th inning, and we're going to have Luis Gonzalez, David Villar, and Joey Bart to come to bat. Tyler Anderson is still going to be on the hill for the Dodgers, as he is going to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. The Giants got all their runs back in the 4th. The starter Anderson, and there's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez tonight has been on board twice. He's 1 for 2. He singled and he's bounced into a fielder's choice, and he has an RBI. Our friend BJ has popped in here tonight. He's asking about KBO. As here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses inside. The count is 2-0. We don't do the KBO, BJ. We just do the NPB. We will be on at 2 a.m. Pacific or 5 a.m. Eastern for the call of the Saitama Cebu Lions and the Oryx Buffaloes. That'll be the second game in that series. So if you're up late, you want to join us, we'd love to have you. There's a breaking ball that catches the lower part of the strike zone, and the count is now 2-1 to Gonzalez. Yeah, we don't call the KBO games. Not a big fan of the KBO per se. I said it before, and I say it again. It's a little bit more inferior than what you see in the NPB. Not that the Koreans don't produce good ball players. There's a bunt that is just dropped foul down the third base line. As Hanser Alberto plays a little bit of soccer with it and then flips it up into the stands. The count is now at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gonzalez. We mentioned this last night that Gonzalez does have that ability to make things happen a little bit. He's been pretty good on the defensive side. We watched him take a home run away from Christopher Morel on Sunday night to lead off the ball game for the Cubs, and he's got some opportunities to bunt balls, and he's got enough wheels to leg them out. There's a fastball swung on, and it's fouled away. It was dropped by the catcher there, Austin Barnes. If he would have held on, that would have been strike 3. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the lefty Anderson ready to go back at it. He gets the sign from his catcher Barnes. He rocks into the motion and he delivers. It is a fastball swung on and fouled away. I was going to keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anderson has pitched pretty well other than that inning that got away from him in the 4th where he gave up all the runs. All 5 of those runs were there. Our friend BJ says, I'm on the Dodgers in money line. And here comes the offering from Anderson. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count remains at 2-2. What do you need on the Dodgers, Big BJ? What do you got there? So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The left-handed hitting Gonzalez. Anderson gets the sign from his catcher Barnes, and he rocks back to work. And here he kicks and fires. It is a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is now 3-2. Thought for a while there that this game was going to be over quickly as the Dodgers jumped for 6 runs in the early going. They got themselves 4 runs in the 2nd. They added 1 in the 3rd and 1 in the 4th, and looked like this game was going to be a runaway. Here's the offering from Anderson. It is a breaking ball that misses down. They appeal down to the third base umpire, but Phil Guzzi says Gonzalez didn't go, and he's going to get himself a walk. He's going to be the 3rd time he's been on board tonight. That is going to bring up the third baseman, David Villar. For Villar, he is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a double and an RBI. He is struck out. There is action now in the Dodger bullpen as Evan Phillips is now up and throwing. So Villar steps to the plate. He's raised his batting average to 183. That hit in the last trip to the plate. Here's the pitch from Anderson. It's a breaking ball that misses low, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. The Giants, with that offensive explosion in the 4th, able to get themselves back into this one. They're looking to be able to try to get themselves another run here to tie it up. And here comes the offering from Anderson as he delivers a breaking ball that misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. David Villar. They do have the shift on as Alberto, Turner, and Lux are all to the left side of second base. Villar waiting on the offering here from the left-hander Anderson, and it is a breaking ball swung on. He's way out in front. He pulls that one foul. The ball was a little bit of pinball as it ended up bouncing into the front row. It went back down into the sort of the auxiliary seating that is on the field, and then it was taken by an usher, and he handed it to a young fella in the front row, and that's going to run the count now to 2-1 on Villar. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Anderson now kicks to delivers, but instead he throws over to first base, and getting back in time is the base runner Gonzalez. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Anderson holds at the belt. And again, he throws over to first, and again getting back in time is Gonzalez. Haven't really seen the A move out of Anderson. Curious to see if the base runner Gonzalez is going to be going on first movement here. So Anderson again leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher Barnes. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses way outside, and the count is now 3-1 to Villar. Waiting on deck is the catcher Joey Bart, who hit the 2-run homer his last time up. One thing that intrigues me in San Francisco is how the home runs are hit. There's been homers in this game. Obviously, Mookie Betts has one and Joey Bart has one. There's a breaking ball swung on, and it's grounded foul on the third base side. With how the wind swirls and moves around, really can wreak havoc with the baseball. And surprisingly, they're able to get a lot of balls that leave the yard. I think about when Barry Bonds was hitting the home runs in San Francisco and hitting a lot of home runs. Pretty amazing. There's a breaking ball that swung on and grounded foul. Again, playing pinball off the wall. The third base coach for the Giants gets it and flips it into the stands, and count remains at 3-2. All the more impressive playing at that ballpark with the swirling wind for balls to fly out. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. We are waiting on the offering here from Anderson. Here he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled straight back, and the count now remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. VR, with that double his last time up, knocked in 1 run, and he later came around and scored on the home run by Joey Bart. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to VR. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and that is back-to-back walks here to start the 6th inning. As Anderson has walked Gonzalez and now VR, and that is going to bring Dave Roberts slowly out of the dugout. And that looks like it's going to be the end of the rope tonight here for Anderson, as they're going to call for the right-hander to come in here to face Joey Bart. Well, we got runners at first and second. There is a pitching change. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We'll get you all the specs on the change in just a couple moments after this when we get back. Hang tight. Here's Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city, San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be a pitching change for the Dodgers. They're going to the bullpen for the first time tonight. It's going to be Evan Phillips coming on to replace Tyler Anderson. Anderson will be responsible for Gonzalez and VR, who are on base with nobody out. On the season, Phillips has got a 5-3 record. This is going to be his 41st appearance of the year. He's worked 40 innings. He's allowed 22 hits. He's given up 10 runs. Only 7 have been earned. He's walked 11 and struck out 47, and he's pitched to an ERA of 1.58. So he is going to be doing the work here as he is completing his warm-up tosses, and he'll be entrusted to face Joey Bart and then Lamont Wade and Dixon Machado. The rule in Major League Baseball that he's got to face the first 3 batters out of the pen. Those are the 3 that he potentially is going to be facing. As we mentioned about half an hour ago, the Dodgers have announced the passing of Vin Scully, the legendary broadcaster. Over 9,000 broadcasts, well over 60 years of calling baseball games. At the tender age of 94 years old, Vin Scully has called it a career on many fronts, and that is truly sad for the baseball circles as a legend has been lost. So now that brings up the batter, Joey Bart. He's going to be facing the right-hander, Phillips. Bart, his last time up, he had a 2-run homer to straightaway or to left center field. And it was the first time he struck out in the ball game, so he's 1 for 2 tonight. So Phillips on here, ready to work. And the first pitch is Bart squares to bunt. He drops it down. It's a good one. It's past the pitcher. And nobody is going to make the play as Hanser Alberto couldn't get there either. So he goes from a home run to a bunt base hit. That is a single for Bart. VR is going to go to second, and Gonzalez is going to advance to third. The third baseman, Alberto, was a good solid 2-3 steps behind the bag. The bunt was kind of in that no man's land, and that's the 22nd bunt of the year for a base hit this year by the Giants. We saw Luis Gonzalez do it the other night. I mentioned this year that it's been a whole bunch of times by Brandon Belt. For some reason, off the top of my head, I want to say that Belt's got about 8 or 9. That's going to bring up Lamont Wade Jr. So the bases are loaded and nobody's out. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Wade Jr. Wade Jr. tonight is 0 for 2. He's grounded to the pitcher, and he is lined out to right field. So the runner at third is Gonzalez. The runner at second, VR. The runner at first is Bart. The Giants have something brewing here. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted foul. It's going to get into the seats on the third base side, and Phillips is way ahead now up on Lamont Wade Jr. at 0-2. The runner at third, Gonzalez, and the runner at second, VR, are the responsibility of the starter, Tyler Anderson. Joey Bart at first base is Phillips' responsibility. So here comes the 0-2 offering to Wade Jr. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on, and it's grounded foul over on the first base side. The count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to, or check that, no balls and 2 strikes still to Lamont Wade Jr. So Phillips leans in, gets the sign from his catcher Barnes. And now he works set. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that this is off the outside part of the plate. The count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. It was 67 years that Scully was the voice of the Dodgers. And I saw sort of some irony as there's a fastball taken for a called third strike. Wade Jr. stood there like the house by the side of the road, and Mark Ripperger takes him down on strikes as we get to watch that one again. I'm not sure that Wade Jr. was pleased about that one, but he is gone for out number 1, and that is going to bring up the shortstop Dixon Machado. Machado tonight is officially 1 for 1. He singled his last time up. He walked back in the third inning. He's been aboard twice. He's 2 for 7 now on the season. And here comes the first offering from Phillips. As he kicks and delivers, it is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Just thinking about Vince Scully there a little bit, and 67 years as the voice of the Dodgers. It's pretty much a couple of lifetimes, almost 3 generations plus of calling Dodger baseball games. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow right field. Backing up on it is the second baseman, Lux. He makes the catch. He throws it into the first baseman, Freeman, who is there to cut it off, and that is going to retire Machado for the second out of the inning. It's going to leave it all up to Austin Slater, who's the leadoff hitter for the Giants. Slater tonight is 0 for 3. He's bounced into a fielder's choice. He's grounded into a double play, and he's flown out to center. I was going to say there's some irony that the passing of Vince Scully happens to be on the night that the Giants and the Dodgers are playing against one another. The longtime rivalry between these two organizations that date back to their times in New York. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. The longest rivalry, or one of the longer rivalries in all of baseball, these two. Of course, the Red Sox and the Yankees have their share of battles that date back many years. But these two teams here have a storied rivalry in the National League. There's a breaking ball that misses down. It's right at the feet of the catcher, Barnes, and the count is 1-1. And you think about it, it is Today, the day that would be the passing when these two teams are playing one another. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Barnes had lost the ball in his feet there and was looking for it. And now here comes the 1-1 offering as Phillips holds at the belt. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Now the count goes to 1-2 on Slater. So the runner at third base is Gonzalez. The runner at second, VR. The runner at first is Bart. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Slater. Phillips is trying to slam the door here on the Giants in the bottom of the 6th inning. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball at 98 miles an hour that swung on and missed. And Slater is gone for the 3rd out of the inning. The Giants threatened, but they don't score. There was no runs in the inning. There was a hit. There were no errors and 3 runners stranded on base. We are now through 6 complete. It is the Dodgers 6, the Giants 5. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call. The top of the 7th inning when we return. Appreciate you all for being here. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Welcome back, everybody. We are now moving to the top of the 7th inning. It is a 6-5 ball game for the Dodgers as they are ahead of the Giants here. They jumped out to a 6-0 lead. The Giants stormed back with 5 of their own in the bottom of the 4th inning to cut the lead to 6-5, and that is where we stand as we are now moving to the 7th. It is going to be Trey Turner, Freddie Freeman, and Will Smith. There is a pitching change as it is going to be Tyler Rogers coming into the game. He's working in his 46th game. He's got a 2-3 record. He's got an ERA of 4.56. He's worked 47 1/3 innings. He's walked 16 and struck out 29. So Tyler Rogers, the 3rd pitcher used tonight by Gabe Kapler on in relief. And the first pitch from the sidewinder is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to first. Brandon Belt fields it. He steps on the bag, and with 1 pitch, there is 1 away here in the 7th inning. It is a ground out to 3 for the first out. 1 up and 1 gone. That'll bring up Freddie Freeman. For Freeman, he is 1 for 3. He has singled, he's grounded out, and he has struck out in his 3 trips to the plate. Freeman has seen his average stay at 328 with that hit that he had early in the ball game. The first pitch is a breaking ball that comes in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Hard to tell what's the fastball and what's the breaking ball from Tyler Rogers as he works from the one. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Freeman batting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Rogers. Kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is taken on 1 hop by VR. At third base, he throws across the diamond, and that is going to Freeman on a ground out 5-3 for out number 2, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Will Smith. So for Smith, he is 1 for 3 tonight. He singled and scored a run. He has struck out and grounded into a double play. There is more action in the Dodgers bullpen. As we anticipate that there is the more pitchers moving forward here in this one. It's a battle of the bullpens pretty much now. So Smith ready to face the pitcher Rogers, and the first pitch he sees is swung on. It's popped up into shallow center field. Camping out underneath it is the center fielder, Austin Slater, and he makes the catch. And on 5 pitches, that is going to do it here for the Dodgers in their half of the 7th inning. So there was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. Rogers very effective in his inning of work. We're moving now to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is a 6-5 ball game. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few after this. Here's our friend Steve again.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is going to be Brandon Belt, Yermin Mercedes, and Wilmer Flores. And it's going to be Alex Vesia on in relief for the Dodgers. The left-hander is coming out of the bullpen as he's going to replace Evan Phillips, who came in and slammed the door on the Giants in the last half inning. It was a couple of walks to lead off that 6th, and then Joey Bart had a bunt base hit off of Phillips, and then Phillips retired the next 3 batters. So Vesia on the season, this is going to be his 41st game. He's 3-0 on the year. He's got an ERA of 3.34. He's worked in 32 1/3 innings. He's allowed 15 hits and struck out 44. So he is going to be the 3rd pitcher tonight, used by Dave Roberts. And here comes the first offering. It is a fastball that misses upstairs to Brandon Belt for ball 1, and the count's 1-0. Belt is 1 for 3 tonight. He's singled and scored a run. He's also flown to center and struck out. They do have the shift on for the left-handed hitting first baseman. As 3 fielders are to the right side of second base. And here's the 1-0 offering. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats over on the third base side, and that's going to run the count to 1-1. Belt has enjoyed himself a steady season. We were saying that the Giants lead all of Major League Baseball with 22 bunt base hits. That last one by Joey Bart, and Belt has enjoyed a number of those. He's got nearly half of them. He's been able to do it when the other team has been in the shift. So here comes the 1-1 offering. There's a fastball swung on and missed. The count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting Brandon Belt. Belt digs himself in, and he's ready to face the 1-2 pitch from Vesia. As he gets the sign from his catcher, and now he comes set. And he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball missing upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yermin Mercedes and Wilmer Flores to follow here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As we mentioned before, this game here, we thought there was going to be a runaway for the Dodgers as they jumped out to a 6-0 lead. The Giants came back with 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th to cut that lead to 1 run, and that's where we stand here in the bottom of the 7th. And here comes the offering from Vesia. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Belt is gone on strikes for out number 1 here in the 7th inning, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Yermin Mercedes. For Mercedes tonight, he is 0 for 3. He has popped out all 3 times. Popped out to the first baseman twice, once in foul territory, once in fair territory. He's popped to the shortstop. So 0 for 3 for Mercedes. And here comes the first offering from Vesia. He kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Big fella Mercedes. I've watched the Giants play. He entered the game tonight with a 271 batting average. Just dropped to 258. Every time I've watched Mercedes play, I've yet to see him get a base hit, it seems like. Hardly ever has he reached base when we've been on the call. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Just as a reminder, we are going to be on in the late night hours again tonight as we're going to be calling the second game of the series between the Saitama Cebu Lions and the Oryx Buffaloes. We do our Japanese calls, and we're going to be calling them in the late night hours. So hopefully you can join us for that. Get the coffee or the tea going, whatever you need to stay up with us. Now here comes the 0-2 offering to Mercedes, and this Vesia delivers a fastball at 95 that misses up and away, and the count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Our Japanese crowd has been pretty lively as we've had a good audience that has come in to watch, and we're looking forward to getting a little nap in on the in-between here so we can be fresh for the call of that one. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Left-hander Vesia holds. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and missed. And Mercedes is down on strikes for the second out of the inning. That's 2 retired via the strikeout by Alex Vesia, and that is going to bring up the second baseman, Wilmer Flores. For Flores, he is 1 for 2 tonight. He singled and scored a run. He's walked and was raced in a fielder's choice. He lined out to third base his last time up. He has raised his season average up to 253. So Flores waiting on the first offering from the left-hander Vesia. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Flores. Looking forward to that call tonight. As we said, we've had some pretty good crowds in our NPB stuff more recently. We'll be on every single day. We're looking at possibly going down to see the Mariners and the Angels this weekend, and I'm more leaning toward not doing it now after some trades that went down today as Noah Syndergaard was moved. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is now 2-0 to Flores. Shohei Ohtani is not slated to pitch in that series. So that's definitely a strike. And then Syndergaard was supposed to go on Saturday when I thought about going down, and now he is going to be in a Philadelphia Philly uniform, so that's going to cross his name off of that list. So I'm not going to go down and watch that double dip. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is popped up over on the left side of the infield. Coming in hard on it is the third baseman, Alberto. He makes the catch in foul territory. And that is going to do it here for the Giants in their half of the 7th inning. They go quietly and in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We are now through 7 complete in San Francisco. It is the Dodgers 6, The Giants 5. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the 8th inning. When we return, whether you listen live or on delay, we always appreciate everybody being here. Hang tight. We'll be right back after this from our friend Dave.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Thought Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Appreciate you there, Dave, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we like to support Dave. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back. And we got our friend, the living room, in the house. We'll be chatting with him in just a moment. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the 8th inning, and it is going to be coming up to bat. It'll be the Alberto, Trace Thompson, and Gavin Lux due up. Our friend Greenleaf has jumped in here, and he says, can we just talk about how Vinny died on the day the Dodgers played their greatest rival? And not only that, his last broadcast was when the Dodgers played the Giants in San Francisco. Yeah, we actually talked quite a bit about it a couple of times. As soon as the word came down that the great Vin Scully had passed away, the irony in that sense is that here, unfortunately, that he not only passed away today as the Dodgers and the Giants are playing one another, it happens to be as they're playing the game in San Francisco, 94 years old, 67 years broadcasting baseball. That was absolutely incredible. And the Hall of Fame member is he's been retired for a few years. There's a first pitch fastball that misses upstairs to Alberto, and the count is 1-0. We went off and talked a little bit about his days, of course, when he was at Yale, and how Red Barber had brought him in to work with him. There's a fastball that is swung on and fouled away. And of course, when Red Barber went to do the Dodgers, he brought Vin Scully with him, and then when Red left to go to the Yankees, Vin stayed as the Dodgers announcer and never left there for 67 years. Went with them even out west to Los Angeles. So a very, very unfortunate day in the baseball world. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the count is now 1-2 to Alberto. Our friend the living room says that we get pushed down here. Well, some of the regulars are here. We had a big crowd in the NPB game last night. There's a fastball that is swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Alberto for the first out of the inning. So he is gone for out number 1, and that is going to bring up the left fielder Trace Thompson. One of the challenges when you do games, whether it be the Dodgers or whoever it is, to your point, there are certain teams that there is a following. We just do games for the sake of doing our games where we can fit it in. We can't always just follow one team. If we did that, we probably wouldn't be doing a regular 162-game schedule. I don't have that flexibility to do that. We are going to be happening to do the 5 games in a row with the Giants and 4 with the Dodgers here. As there is a changeup that misses inside, and that's going to run the count to 1 ball and no strikes to Trace Thompson. Thompson waggles the bat, and he's waiting on the 1-0 offering from Rogers as there is a changeup that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. As I mentioned before, it's hard to distinguish what the off-speed pitches are and what the fastballs are here from the right-hander Rogers, as he's in his second inning of relief here. There's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses up and away, and the count goes to 2-1 on Trace Thompson. So 2 balls and 1 strike. It is unfortunate, but time does go on, and time moves along with all of us. We were talking also earlier about as there's a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count is now 3-2. The legendary Bill Russell passed away over the weekend, the great Boston Celtic Hall of Famer. Unfortunately, he moves on as well. Too many have left too soon, that is for sure. Here comes the 3-1 offering. And there is a changeup that comes in for a called strike, and the count is now 3-2 to Thompson. Thompson tonight is officially 0 for 2. He bounced into a fielder's choice and struck out. He walked and scored a run in the second inning. So here comes the 3-2 pitch. As Rogers delivers, it is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into shallow left field. Coming hard on it is the left fielder, Wade Jr., and he makes the catch. That is going to retire Thompson for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to the second baseman, Gavin Lux. For Lux, he is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single and 3 trips. He's also bounced into a fielder's choice and struck out. He's also driven in a run. So he bats from the left side. And here comes the offering from Rogers. It is a breaking ball that just misses up and in, and the count is 1-0 to Lux. Rogers has been very effective in his inning in 2/3 of relief. He's only thrown 16 pitches to retire the 5 outs that he has. And here comes the offering from Rogers. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is belted to deep right field, moving back, and he's going to have to play it off the wall as Gonzalez. Digging for 2 is Lux. He's rounding second. He's heading for third. Here comes the throw. It is not going to be in time. It's going to be a 2-out triple. That ball gets away from the third baseman, VR. But backing up the play is the pitcher, Rogers. That ball was absolutely scorched. As Lux has got himself a 2-out triple. That is going to bring up the catcher, Austin Barnes. Our friend Ruben Hogan is in the house. Welcome, Ruben. Hope you're doing good. Thank you for stopping by tonight. We've been up around double digits of people sitting in the games. And I was thinking about it the other day. The first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike by Austin Barnes, and the count is 0-1. Barnes is 1 for 2 tonight. He's also been hit by a pitch and scored a run. I've had a chance to go into other streams, and not an indictment on any of the other people that are streaming stuff. There's a breaking ball that misses up and away. Count is 1-1, and I'm a little bit amazed sometimes at the amount of people that are in the streams for what they're watching and what they're listening and what they're being given to as information. But people more than anything seem to jump in on the chats, and they've got a pretty good chat room. It's a lively one, and there's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed, and the count is 1-2. So some people maybe jump in the stream, not necessarily for always the announcer, but just to chat with other people in the chat. The announcer is there for the sidelight stuff. I was thinking specifically, there's a couple of New York Yankee announcers that I go in and I listen to from time to time on YouTube. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is 2-2. But again, it's consistency and being able to do it and having a presence and building the following, and that's what you have to do. And it's just consistency of doing it. I've seen a lot of people, they jump in on YouTube and they do a little bit, and then they just don't put in the hard yards. They don't put in the grind. So here comes the pitch. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into left center field, and this ball is going to get down for a base hit. It's cut off by Wade Jr. Here comes the throw into second base, and it is going to be not in time. The second base umpire, Dan Bellino, has ruled that it is going to be safe for Barnes at second base. So they're going to take a quick look at this. Going to see if that is going to hold or not. But regardless, it is an RBI for Austin Barnes as he has knocked in Gavin Lux. That is going to increase the score to 7-5. I don't think that throw was going to be in time. I think that's going to be a double, as it is going to stand, as it looks like that Barnes has beaten the throw in. It's going to be his second hit of the ball game. They're still going to go up and take a look at it, but I think this is a wasted look here by the Giants. In my opinion, they're going to do that anyway. So the umpire, looks like it's Dan Bellino, is made the call that they're going to go upstairs, so we got a call on this. I know that the living room says he's just here to talk to Steve. I don't know if Steve's still around today. He started in the chat with us, and he may be drifting off. It's going to be about 11 o'clock where he's at, 11:20 Central Time. Not even sure why they even decided to go up and have a look at this one. That, to me, is pretty automatic. The hand got to the base, and a very quick decision by Dan Bellino as he comes up, and the safe call is going to stand. So the score is now 7-5 for the Dodgers. That's going to bring Gabe Kapler out of the dugout. Looks like he is going to come out and make himself a pitching change as he is calling for a left-hander. So stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple months. We'll chat with the chat that's here because we like to do that as well. The Giants are going to the bullpen. It is going to be a pitching change. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. In turn, we support Steve Rademacher. We do have a call to the bullpen as they are bringing in a left-hander. It looks like it is going to be Alex Young. We're going to wait for confirmation on that one to give you all the specs in just a moment. But that is what we are looking at here. We got our friend Miguel has jumped in here, and he says, RIP to Vin. Absolutely. Another one who jumps in here. Living room said we did blitzball today. We were here in the living room watching the footage together. We'll get it uploaded soon. We got highlights. You go check it out. I'm not sure if you're going to put it onto that one. I did get your email the other day, our friend the living room, as we will be taking a peek at what you have mentioned. I didn't look at the video of the Mr. Ed video. That would be kind of cool to have a look at. As we mentioned before, it is Vin Scully who had passed away. It is truly, truly unfortunate. A legend behind the mic. So Alex Young is going to be coming in. This is going to be his first appearance. He was last with the Cleveland Guardians. He appeared in one game for the Guardians this year, pitching a third of an inning. He allowed a hit and one strikeout. He has pitched parts of 4 seasons, 3 years with the Diamondbacks organization, 1 year with the Cleveland organization, or a couple of years actually with Cleveland. He is on in relief here. This is going to be facing Cody Bellinger. The runner at second and 2 gone. And the first pitch is an 82-mile-an-hour breaking ball that misses up and in. The count is 1-0. Bellinger is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out. He's popped to second, and he has hit a sacrifice fly. So 1 ball and no strikes to Bellinger. Young waiting on the side from Bart. Bart here looks like he's got some technical difficulties, but now we're ready to go. Young checks the runner. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that just misses down. The count is now 2-0 to Bellinger. So 2 balls and no strikes. Living room says they're watching the footage together. The video highlights, the video carnage. As long as you didn't the video of the sky, I'm sure you're probably in good shape at that point. So 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is driven into right center field. It's going to get up the gap, and it's getting all the way into the wall. Coming around to score is Austin Barnes. And it is Cody Bellinger who is digging for third, and he's going to slide in safely. That's going to be the second triple of the inning for the Dodgers as he picks himself up his second RBI of the evening. That's his first knock of the night. And the score is now been increased to 8-5 for Los Angeles. It's going to bring up the top of the order in Mookie Betts. So welcome to San Francisco, Alex Young. Not the way that I'm sure Young wanted to make an impression on his teammates as he gives up an RBI triple to Bellinger. He was activated today. If he keeps that up, he might be deactivated by midnight. So here comes the first offering to Mookie Betts. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball's lashed down the left field line. It's fair. It's going to be fielded by the left fielder, Wade. He comes up throwing, cruising in to second base with a double is Mookie Betts. That is going to increase the scoreline to 9-5. As Betts has got himself an RBI double here in the 8th inning. We welcome Miguel in here. Miguel, if I say your last name incorrectly, I apologize. It looks like it's Oseguero. Thank you for being here with us tonight. A friend in the living room says we managed to get footage of the gameplay this time. That's good. So that brings up the shortstop, Trey Turner. Turner tonight is 1 for 3. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. Joey Bart dropped the pitch. Drives me crackers when catchers can't hang on to the pitch. They don't deserve the call. So no balls in, 1 strike. Turner batting from the right side against the left-hander Young, who checks the runner at second, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and now the count goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Trey Turner. Turner 1 for 3 and a RBI tonight. It's a lot of fun to watch this shortstop play. I know he's making a lot of people in Los Angeles forget about Corey Seager. He is very, very quick. He can swing the bat. He can play defensively. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is popped foul over on the first base side, but that's going to drift well off into the seats in the first base dugout, and that keeps the count at 0-2. He's pretty exciting. He's got an outside chance of being a 30-30 guy. He's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit here. A friend of the living room says, funny thing happened. The grounds crew from the school board showed up 15 minutes into the game. 4 guys on very fast-moving machines. Well, that'll get you out of the way in a hurry. So no balls and 2 strikes. And there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 1-2 to Turner. Where were you guys playing tonight? That the school board would send people out in the evening to cut the grass. That's pretty crazy. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. And the lefty Young holds at the chest. He checks the runner at second. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It's fouled off into the feet of Turner. Count remains at 1-2. He said we had a 20-minute delay, but they were cool. They cut our first, and the first thing of these hot rod lawnmowers firing around the background. Wow, 6 o'clock that they were out cutting the grass. That's crazy. Here, it's usually at about 10 o'clock in the morning, 9, 10 o'clock. They're out cutting, and they're usually done by 3, 4 in the afternoon. So 1 ball and 2 strikes, and here's the offering from Young. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up into shallow right field. Coming underneath it is Garcia. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to do it here as Trey Turner is retired for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Dodgers do the damage. They get 3 more runs in the inning on 4 hits. There was no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We are now through 7.5 innings. It is the Dodgers 9, the Giants 5. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the 8th inning in just a couple moments. We're glad you guys could pop in and listen with us tonight. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher once again. Be sure to check him out after the game, as he's a supporter of our channel, and in turn, we like to support him.
Hello, guys. Steve Rademacher coming at you. I'm having my 500 subscriber giveaway if we get there by the end of this year. That's my name and my channel, Steve Rademacher. All you have to do is be publicly subscribed, and then you can enter to win once we hit the magic number. Either an unopened, still sealed box of Star Trek official trading cards, Next Generation and Original Series. If that's not your cup of tea, we have Fleer Adrenaline with a Deer Dick rookie card. I have pulled out an autograph from one of these, and there are relics. If that's not your thing, how about an unopened box of 1987 Donruss baseball? Just come watch me, subscribe, and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back with the call here in just a couple moments. It is a 9-5 ball game for the Dodgers as we're cruising to the bottom of the eighth. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Chris Martin coming on in relief for the Dodgers. He is coming in to replace Alex Vesia. He'll be the fourth pitcher used by the Dodgers tonight. He made his debut the other night against I believe it was last night against the Giants. And this is going to be his time. He's going to be facing Luis Gonzalez, David Villar, and Joey Bart. So I have to go to our information sheet. He was the second one off last night after the starter Andrew Heaney was removed from the ball game. And here's the first pitch. It is a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Last night he worked an inning. He allowed a couple of hits and a run. It was a double to Freddie Freeman and a double to Will Smith. Cashed home Freeman last night. So the first pitch was a strike to Gonzalez, and it's 0-1. Martin here ready to deliver again. He kicks and he fires. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled into the feet of Gonzalez. The count is now 0-2. A friend of the living room had mentioned earlier on, he says, not many people in the house tonight, a lot of the regulars. One of the things is that I look at last year when we started to do games, we weren't getting a ton of people in the audience. I was looking at our watch time. There would be sometimes we'd do a game for 3 hours and we get about 4 hours of watch time. This year we're getting between 10 and 15 on the major league games, but on the Japanese games, we'll be getting about 1.5, 2 hours of watch time. And now this year we're getting anywhere from 20 to 30. It's been pretty crazy. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count remains at 0-2. Just the problem with the Japanese stuff is I've got to be up in the middle of the night. I have certain times of the year that I can actually do it, and probably will continue to do it at certain points of the year, such as in the month of September. When I get back, I can do the late night games all night long. I just have to arrange my day to be able to do it. I can sleep by day and call games by night. The nocturnal channel of Last Drafts Baseball. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 1-2 to Luis Gonzalez. We'll be going hot and heavy with the games pretty much up until almost the end of the month here, and then we'll take a little bit of a break as we're going to be heading back towards the Metro Detroit area, Windsor, Detroit. As here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-2 to Gonzalez. A friend of the living room says the grass is burnt and dead, but all they did was make lines when they cut the grass so they could say they cut it. Probably should have brought out some water sprinklers and made it look green rather than brown. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. And it is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the left-handed stick, gets himself set and ready for the payoff pitch now from Martin. As the right-hander Martin gets his sign, and now he kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. And the count remains at 3-2. Martin was with the Atlanta Braves last year. He joined a World Series. He was with the Chicago Cubs this season, and of course was acquired in that trade straight up for Zach McKinstry. McKinstry went the other way. It was a bit of a logjam for McKinstry in Los Angeles. Wasn't going to get an opportunity to be a regular. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 3-2. This is going to be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Coming up now to the left-handed hitting Gonzalez. So when you think about some of the games that are done and some of the stuff that's around, and we make the calls and you do things, it's been a lot of fun in doing it. But as the living room says, to be a regular with one of the teams, you have to kind of do this stuff all the time. So you get certain followings when guys come in. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It is belted to center field, and coming underneath it, making the catch is Cody Bellinger. It's going to retire Gonzalez for the first out of the inning. One up and one away, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, David Villar. For Villar, he is 1 for 2 tonight. He has doubled and knocked in a run. He's also walked and struck out. But now it's not going to be Villar. It's going to be a pinch hitter, and we're going to see Tommy La Stella. So La Stella is coming in to hit, and they do have a visit out to the mound. So La Stella in to pinch hit. As Chris Martin, they probably are coming out to talk to Martin to let him know what's the deal with La Stella and how they want to pitch him. La Stella, who is back in action after spending a while on the disabled list, he's hitting .248 on the season. He's got himself a couple of homers and 11 RBIs. He's only played including tonight, this will be his 41st game of the year. And here's the pitch from Martin. It's a fastball swung on and grounded foul, and the count is quickly 0-1 to La Stella. Living room says, my point is don't cover the Dodgers. You'd get better numbers and more unique visitors. I just look at it this way. Maybe we're just covering the Giants and we're getting lucky to get the Dodger fans to come in. So I don't really put much attention or stock into either one. There's a fastball that's taken for a strike, and the count is 0-2. In front of the living room says the Dodgers are a treat to watch and to listen to. Yeah, we're going to be doing the game tomorrow night and also on Thursday between these clubs. And here comes the 0-2 offering now to the left-handed hitting La Stella. There's a breaking ball swung on his tap back to the pitcher. Martin fields it. He throws to first, and that's going to retire La Stella on a ground out 1-3. He is out for the second out of the inning, and that is going to leave it all up to the catcher, Joey Bart. Well, Bart has had a good night at the plate. He has homered and knocked in a couple of runs. He had a bunt single his last time up, but he struck out back in the second inning, so he's 2 for 3 and a couple RBIs. He's raised his season average up to 192. It'd be good if Bart can get his numbers up to above the Mendoza line. So 2 gone here is Martin ready to work. He holds at the chest and he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. First pitch was at 95 miles an hour, right in the wheelhouse of the right-handed hitting Bart. I didn't look to see the pitching matchup for tomorrow night's game. I do know that Thursday is going to feature Clayton Kershaw. There's a fastball swung on it. It's popped up over on the first base side. Moving over underneath it is Freddie Freeman. He makes the catch. And Bart is going to be retired for the third out of the inning. So there was no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 8 complete innings. It is the Dodgers 9, the Giants 5. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call. The top of the 9th inning when we return. We're glad you guys could pop in here with us, whether you listen live or on delay. It's always a treat to have you with us. We'll be right back after this.
Thanks for checking out Freddie and Last Raps Baseball. It's time to announce the winners of this month's mystery pack. Boom! Josh S., you're the winner. Congratulations. Enjoy the game, and remember to tell Steve Rademacher, pick a haircut. Back to the game.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the ninth inning, and it is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the batting order to come to bat for the Dodgers. That means it's going to be Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, and Hanser Alberto. And it looks like they are going to be staying with the lefty Alex Young, who is going to be facing the lefty Freeman, at least for the first one. So Freeman, then Smith, and then Alberto to face the lefty Alex Young. As we mentioned about an hour and change ago, the Dodgers announced the passing of the great Vin Scully, fantastic Hall of Famer of the Dodgers, the voice of Dodgers, 67 years, absolutely incredible career. Died today at the age of 94. And so with his passing, we always acknowledge some of the greatness, and as we said, certainly influences or should have influence on people who want to call the games like he did back in the day. And there's the first pitch that is delivered to Freddie Freeman. It is swung on, it is grounded over to first. It is fielded by Brandon Belt. And with one pitch, there is one away as it goes as a ground out to 3 for out number 1. That is going to bring up the designated hitter, Will Smith. Tommy La Stella, who came in to pinch hit for David Villar, has stayed in the ballgame. He is the third baseman now. So La Stella in at third. So Will Smith steps up to the plate. He is 1 for 4 tonight. He has singled and scored a run. He's bounced into a double play. He's struck out and flown out. And here comes the first pitch from Young. It is a breaking ball that catches the lower part of the strike zone for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Right-handed hitting. Smith waggles the bat, waiting on the offering here from Young. Rocks into the motion and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to short. It is fielded by Machado. He throws to first. That's going to retire Smith on a ground out 6-3 for out number 2. So just like that, 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to the third baseman, Hanser Alberto. For Alberto tonight, he has had a good night at the plate. He is 2 for 3. He's had a couple of singles. He's scored a run. He's grounded out and struck out. So Young getting his sign from the catcher Bart, and he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count is 0-1. There is a lefty up in the Dodger bullpen, and it is David Price, the former Cy Young Award winner, who has worked primarily out of the bullpen this year. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is lined into the seats. A nice catch by a man from Atherton, California, as he pulls that one in. That is going to be strike number 2 to Alberto. It was an absolute bullet, and he does a nice catch with the bare hands. It's a breaking ball that misses down to Alberto, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So our friend Miguel, who's in here, listening away. I'm not sure. Where do you call home, Miguel? Here comes the 1-2 pitch from the lefty Young. It is swung on and missed. And that is going to be a third out of the inning. Alec Youngs does the job as he comes in and retires the side. A 1-2-3 here in the 9th inning. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're moving to the bottom of the 9th. It is a 9-5 ball game for the Dodgers over the Giants. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a moment after this. Appreciate y'all for being here and for listening in. Here is our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you there, Matt, and your support of our channel. And in turn, we support Matt Hollis. Be sure to check him out after the ball game. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is David Price taking over. It's going to be his 28th appearance of the year. He's got a 2.96 ERA. He's worked 27 and a third innings. He's allowed 6 walks and struck out 29. As he is taking over here in the 9th inning, he's going to be facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the batting order. Slated to come to bat, it's Lamont Wade Jr., Dixon Machado, and the top of the order, Austin Slater. We'll see if they're going to have a pinch hitter for Wade Jr., but not so tonight. A little bit shorthanded are the Giants after some of the moves they've made today. Our friend Miguel says he's listening from Fresno, California. Well, that's awesome. We appreciate you out here on the West Coast. So as a reminder, we'll be back doing these same 2 teams tomorrow night. So hopefully you can join us again for all the action. California native. We get a lot of West Coast folk out here that do jump into our games, especially the Japanese games on the weekends. There's a fastball that's taken for a called strike. Count is quickly 0-1 to Lamont Wade Jr. For Wade Jr. tonight, he is 0 for 3. He has grounded out to the pitcher. He has flown to right and struck out looking. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. As Price holds at the belt, he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on and lifted foul down the left field line into the seats. It's going to run the count to 0-2. It's always funny when you get the crowds that you have in the streams. We get the late night crowd, and it is more of a gambling crowd. We get a lot of gamblers that come in for the games, especially for the NPB stuff, more so during the week than on the weekend. The weekend, it's more the baseball loving crowd, as they like to do that. But we do mix in some of these stuff. It's good to have everybody in, people who just want to listen to baseball, some people who are interested in the ins and outs, especially the Japanese games. So no balls and 2 strikes. Price, as he leans in and gets the sign from his catcher Barnes, and now time is called as they're having some issues with the computer equipment, and Price is getting a good chuckle out of it here on the mound. But Price, you can see getting on in years. There's gray showing up in his beard now. The youth of Price is long past, as he was once upon a time a Tampa Bay Ray. Here comes the offering. There is a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. Wade Jr. has gone on strikes for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Dixon Machado. For Machado tonight, he's been on base a couple of times. He's got a single, he's walked, and he's also popped to second. So he is now 2 for 8 on the season. He made his season debut on Sunday evening against the Chicago Cubs. He had been out of Major League Baseball, last appeared with the Tigers back in 2018. Spent some time in the Korean League. He also spent time with the Cubs at their AAA level. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Machado. Lefty Price leans in, and he gets the sign from Barnes. With nobody on, I don't know why they're using this computer system. You use the old-fashioned numbers. It's pretty easy. There's a fastball swung on it. Is grounded to third. Alberto dives to the foul line side. He gets up and makes the throw. What a fantastic play by Hanser Umberto. He was able to dive to his backhand side, took one step, was able to react, makes the play, gets up and fires across the diamond to retire Machado. It's a ground out 5-3 for out number 2. It's going to leave it all up to the top of the order, Austin Slater. So David Price shows his appreciation. That is 2 gone, and that'll bring up Slater to the plate. Slater is 0 for 4 tonight. He has struck out. He's bounced into a fielder's choice. He's flown to center, and he's grounded into a double play. So here comes the first offering from the left-hander Price. He kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded right back to the pitcher. Price stabs at it. He flips it over to first, and that is going to do it here, everybody. As that is a ground out 1-3 to end the ball game. So your final score, 9-5 for the Dodgers. We're going to come back and wrap this one up and give you all the out-of-town scores. So stick around with us. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Again, your final score, Los Angeles 9, San Francisco 5. Glad you guys could be here with us tonight for all the calls in this one.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Thought Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Appreciate you there, our friend Dave, and your Zero Fox Sports. Be sure to go check out the Game Changer Lounge, as you'll be able to see what he has to offer. We're going to give you the out-of-town scoreboard, and we're going to wrap this baby up as well. Well, first of all, get to all the finals. There is one other game that's still going on between the Padres and the Rockies. The Detroit Tigers beat the Minnesota Twins today 5-3. It was 5-7-0 for the Tigers, 3-7-0 for the Twins. Foley got the win, his first of the year in relief. It was Griffin Jacks taking the loss. He drops to 5-3. Gregory Soto, who was rumored to be in trade rumors all over the place this past week, didn't go anywhere. He got his 20th save for the Tigers. And again, your final score, 5-3 for Detroit. In the first game of the doubleheader, the Padres knocked off the Rockies 13-5. 13-19-1 for the Padres, 5-12-2 for the Rocks. Yu Darvish got his 10th win of the year against 4 losses. Bird took the loss. He's 1-3. The Cincinnati Reds are currently leading the have beaten the Miami Marlins 2-1. 2-3-2 for the Reds. 1-5-1 for the Marlins. Ashcraft got the win. He's 5-2. Garrett takes the loss. He's 2-5. Diaz got his 4th save of the season. The New York Mets lost to the Washington Nationals today, 5-1. It was 5-8-0 for the Nats, 1-6-0 for the Mets. Arano got the win. He goes to 1-0 for the Nationals. It was Nogosek who takes the loss. He's 0-1. The Seattle Mariners went to New York and into the Bronx and beat the Yankees 8-6. 8-8-0 for the Mariners. $6-10-1 for the Yankees. And all their scoring in the 6th inning. So if you had to go to the bathroom or have to get the hot dog in that inning, you must have missed out. The Brewers scored 3 in the top of the 6th. The Pirates came back with 5 in the bottom of the 6th. The final score was 5-3. 5-4-0 for the Pirates, 3-9-1 for the Brew Crew. Holderman gets the win for the Pirates. He's 5-0. Burns takes the loss. He drops to 8-5 for the Brew Crew. It was Crow getting the save, his 3rd of the year for the Pirates. The Diamondbacks beat the Guardians 6-3. Zach Gallen got his 6th win of the year against 2 losses. Tristan McKenzie took the loss. He's 7-8. Ian Kennedy gets his 5th save. 6-9-0 for the D-backs. 3-6-1 for the Guardians. Again, your final 6-3, Arizona. The Toronto Blue Jays went into the Trop and knocked off the Rays 3-1. 3-8-0 for the Blue Jays. 1-2-1 for the Rays. Kevin Gausman evened his record at 8-8. Rasmussen takes the loss. He's 6-4. Jordan Romano got his 25th save for the Blue Jays. The Atlanta Braves, behind the start of Spencer Strider, knocked off the Philadelphia Phillies 13-1. 13-14-0 for the Braves. 1-4-0 for the Phillies. Strider goes to 6-3. Nelson takes the loss for the Phillies. He's 3-2. Keep your eye on Strider. They're going to limit his innings. My speculation is with Jake Odorizzi coming in to join the ball club, that Strider will be pushed off into the bullpen so they can keep his innings in check between now and the rest of the year. The St. Louis Cardinals knocked off the Chicago Cubs 6-0, 6-11-0 for the Cards, 0-7-0 for the Cubs. Adam Wainwright evened his record at 8-8. Keegan Thompson takes the loss. He's 8-5. The Baltimore Orioles knocked off the Texas Rangers today, 8-2, 8-9-0 for the Orioles. It was 2-10-0 for the Rangers. Lyles evened his record at 8-8. Howard takes the loss. He's 2-3. Orioles are now 2 games above 500 at 53-51. They traded their former star Trey Mancini to the Astros. One of the moves that they made here today, or the other in the last couple of days. Boston Red Sox took care of the Houston Astros in Houston. It's the back-to-back wins for the Red Sox. 2-5-0 for the Sox. It was 1-9-0 for the Stros. Cutter Crawford got the win. He's 3-3. Christian Javier takes the loss. He's 6-7. Tanner Houck gets his 8th save of the year. The Chicago White Sox beat the Kansas City Royals 9-2. 9-14-0 for the White Sox. 2-7-1 for the Royals. Giolito got the win. He's 7-6. Keller takes the loss. He's 5-12. The Angels knocked off the Athletics 3-1. It was 3-7-0 for the Angels. 1-7-2 for the Athletics. Suarez got the win. He's 3-4. Irvin takes the loss. It was Chiara who got his second save. Again, your final 3-1. In this one here, the Dodgers jumped out to a 6-0 lead over the Giants, and the Giants battled back with 5 in the fourth. It was 9-13-0 for the Dodgers, 5-2-7 for the Giants. Tyler Anderson gets his 12th win of the year against one defeat. Alex Wood takes the loss. He is 7-9. Again, your final score, 9-5. The only other game that is still in progress was that second end of the doubleheader. It's going to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Rockies and the Padres are all tied at 2. That's in San Diego. 2-6-0 for the Rocks, 2-4-0 for the Padres. Padres are coming to bat in their half of the bottom of the 8th inning. Once again, everybody, I want to say to everybody, thanks again. Our friend Demon Slayer was in here tonight, as was our friend Mick. We got the living room as well. We had Miguel. We appreciate everybody for popping in. So we'll be back on at 2 a.m. Pacific time or 5 a.m. Eastern for the call between the Saitama Cebu Lions and the Oryx Buffaloes. We hope you all have a great night. Come on back and see us again, but we'll also be back on again tomorrow for the Dodgers and the Giants. Have a great night, everybody, and we will catch you on the flip side. We appreciate you all for listening in once again.